This Ronda Rousey fight lasted for only 20 seconds.
Wait, I thought she had retired. Is she fighting again, please?
She fought the other MMA veteran MMA fighter, the lady who was in the Mandalorian that got cancelled.
Oh. Oh, okay. Did she win?
The only reason I know she was going to fight was because I saw her doing like some media run.
Yeah, I saw her
Yeah,
popping up in media rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Who
yeah.
won,
all.
please? Who won?
Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
I think the fight just lasted for 20 seconds or something.
That's a rip-off for me. I want my money. Oh.
Go and tell Tyson that in the 90s.
No. That's in the 90s was short death.
Remember
Short
that his
death.
comeback fight now. His comeback fight where all the celebrities were in the
He came
building,
back.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
In Las Vegas or something. I can't remember. 13 seconds
yeah.
now. It was
30
over.
seconds. They said some people were still sitting
It was over.
before. Yeah. No, Tyson was
Nah,
scary as a human being back in the 90s. Legitimately scary.
nah, I enjoy Tyson, man. I enjoy Tyson. It was some good stuff. Yeah. What's good, guys? What's happening?
We
What's
did, we did,
popping?
we did. We did, man.
Everybody's good.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Well,
good.
good, oh, good. The Chelsea tears have been beautiful to see.
The group has been so quiet, you know.
So quiet, man.
Because at the
No,
beginning of the season, there are two, and one of them will listen to this. There are two of them tackling Manchester United. Well, look at God now. They wanted to
it's
use
so
backdoor
funny,
to
man.
they wanted to use backdoor to enter Europe, and God said no.
It's almost like it's almost like they were beaten into submission.
They were beaten.
Do you
They were.
understand? They were still going back and forth arguing. Do you understand? But look at your own club. Blah. Now it's just silence because the
Silence.
club, from a corporate board level, messed up. Field of play messed up. Not going into Europe. Trophies is like too secondary here. Not going
No,
into Europe. Not going to the UCL. Right. That was the first major problem. Now they're
yeah,
not going to Europe in it. Have they missed Europe entirely, or they can still make it?
they can still make it. I think they can still make it.
Okay, I'm
I don't
checking
think it's decided.
the
I don't
league
think it's
again.
decided yet.
Yesterday was so boring. They left, they just shut down everything for one FA Cup game. That was underwhelming. And I
They
was
should have.
supporting
Why
Chelsea.
are they playing FA Cup during the season? Shouldn't they have done it after the season?
That's it. It happens. It happens like recently. It has happened most season where they play the FA Cup just before the season ends. And
Is
even
it
Pep
because of the
Guardiola,
World Cup?
even Pep, no. I said in recent season they've done the same thing. Even
Okay.
Pep mentioned it during one of his interviews that this is like one of the most prestigious tournament and like competitions in the world. Why don't it like why are you not giving it like a very dedicated weekend on its own after the season has
Hmm.
ended and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know. But I think it's just because of the schedule. Champions League after the Champions League, which is May 30.
Yeah.
Um,
Everything
Nothing
shuts down
happens
for the World
again.
Cup.
Everything shuts down. In
It's the
club
World Cup,
football.
baby.
But I think they should have done it the weekend before. Oh, the weekend before the Champions League. That's when the Premier League is ending. So
Bro, everything is
so
tight.
it's tight.
It's
It's
tight.
tight.
This
You
is the
can't
only time
blame
they could
them.
have played it.
Yeah, you can't blame them.
The
Yeah.
schedules are very, very tight.
Yeah.
Very tight. And they're even lucky that the teams playing in the FA Cup final are not playing in Champions League or in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Europa or something. It's tight. The scheduling is crazy. It's very
The
tight.
schedule is crazy.
Yeah. I'm looking
The
at
schedule is
Chelsea at
crazy.
ninth now. And if they win their next two matches, right, which is left, two matches left, they can get to seventh if they beat Brighton on goal difference, assuming Brighton loses both matches, which
They're not
I don't
going
know.
now. So they need to
It's
go.
yeah, it's the chances are there, but very slim.
Oh, so they too have turned to one game a week now. How the tables have turned.
Which is going to be good for Alonso to rebuild the whole team because I think that's what they need. That's what helped
Yeah.
us this season. One game a week. If we had been in
But
Europe this season, it would have been.
mhm,
I mean, there's the pros and cons to it, right? But to be honest, it kind of helped in. It's just that Amorim started the season. If Carrick had started the season, it would have been a different conversation because we would have probably gotten far in one of those domestic
Cops.
cups.
Yeah.
Amorim just spent like half of the season doing nonsense
He's the
instead
Buhari
of
of
it.
Manchester United. He's
Yeah,
the Buhari.
yeah, yeah.
Just came to destroy.
Exactly. That's what it's going to
Mm.
do. But yeah, all the best to Chelsea fans that are listening. It happens, man. Everybody goes through this. I remember when Arsenal went through this. They were the joke of everybody's, butt of everybody's jokes. They couldn't. I remember Arteta's first season, first 3 games, all losses. Like
More.
they've been
They
there.
handed him.
So
They handed him his ass in that one when he first
yeah,
came. So calm down first.
you get back, you get back. But United were off to Europe.
The real Europe, not the by the
Off,
said Europe.
yeah, we're off to
No,
Europe to play with the big boys. It means that we should be expecting some of the big boys, depending on how they seed, the whole thing. Depending, some of the big boys will be coming to Old Trafford. I'd like to see
that's
the likes
revenue.
of the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munichs. Please give us some small boys too, like Bodo Glimt and all
You know,
those.
we're just coming back. May give us to spin. I beg. Not gonna give
Uh-huh.
us PSG. I know they see PSG.
I,
Bayern Munich. I beg. I beg. We never reached that level yet.
yeah, just give us some of those guys. Make we self just use balance. It's 8 games. It's 8 games. We
In
have to go
Carrick we
far.
trust.
In Carrick, we trust. They're going to hand in the what you call it.
The
They're going to give him
managerial role now.
give him 1+1 season, and let's see how it goes from there. Booyah, booyah, booyah. Any other thing we want to do before we start the show? Any other thing? Any announcements, apologies, anything?
No. We're not running
Nothing
for
at
office.
all.
Why be apologizing?
Yeah, we got the fan mail episode today. There's a lot to talk
Ah,
about. A lot to
okay.
read. A lot to read from and discuss. It's been a while, so we have a lot. We have to cook. People have been cooking. We have a lot of Ask the Giants, a lot of things going on.
Oh yeah,
So we
no, we
have to
do.
do all of that. And then we have one or two topics that our lead researcher has put forth for us to discuss. I don't
Oh
want to be
shit.
annoyed this episode. I want to take a chill episode. I want to
I
just
don't think Nigeria
relax.
was Nigeria annoying over the week. I don't know. I didn't catch up with the news.
Well, as speak for yourself. For me, Nigeria is a constant thorn in my flesh.
Ah, okay.
You understand? There's always something that will come up and pop up that will just ruin my
Mm.
day. Whether it's as simple as, discussion around nutrition or one thing I've just noticed. It's not a big deal,
Well,
like, but it's a big deal, but it's not glaring in our faces. Is that this unemployment rate has led a
mm.
lot of Nigerians to social media to find ways to make money,
Oh yes, no,
right? And some
definitely.
of these ways, it's not even profitable. They are just trying their luck, but they are spending a lot of time and energy on it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
See, what I discovered is a large number of social accounts, especially on Twitter, are traced back to Nigerians. Have you been on Twitter X, right? And then you watch one video, then you scroll up, then you see somebody curating a scene of a series or a movie. Does that happen to you guys? It happens to you, Steve.
Yes,
Does that
yeah.
happen to you? You just scroll up, then you
Yeah.
just see maybe a Game of Thrones clip or one of the series,
Yeah,
Sopranos,
yeah,
Yeah.
and
and then
there's a
it's a
voiceover.
and then there's a
Mm-hmm.
voiceover,
There's
and usually it's
yeah,
a racy the racy part of the
Of
episode.
the clip,
the
yeah.
yeah.
Somebody's taking up something. Oh, this man and woman are sleeping together. The husband is
It's
about to
annoying.
find
I
out.
hate it.
And before you know it, you scroll down, then the algo just gives you more of
More
that,
of
right?
it. Yeah,
Bro, do you know that most of the accounts doing this are coming from Nigeria and some parts of Asia?
Not
yeah,
surprised.
definitely,
Like
definitely.
you go and click on it and you just look at the person's timeline. All the person has been doing is just curating that, and then they use AI to write the captions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
do you understand? But like you look at the name, you click on it, you see like based in Nigeria. That's what they do. And
It's a
because those
pandemic.
those clips kind of gain traction, right? Like hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands of views, and people are just looking for payouts. If they stop the creator platform on X, the amount of slop and just nonsense garbage content that people regurgitate, which is also an annoying thing, right? People just take videos and reuse videos from like 5 years
Yeah.
ago. They just repurpose it. Another one that is raining. There's like a video of an interview, and then the caption, like what they write as the text, the tweet,
it's
is
different from what they
entirely
are saying
It's
in
different.
the
different.
interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is
Entirely different.
big clickbait. Yeah.
You
Then
know,
another one I've seen in sports now. It's fake quotes.
Yeah, fake quotes. Yeah.
The fake quote thing. Maybe some
Fake quotes,
sorry,
fake quotes on real time, like real time
or
subject
real
matter,
time
right?
events. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes, yes.
Fake quotes. Slots will
That's
be in
fake
the video talking. They will say something entirely different.
Else.
entirely different. Yeah, this is crazy.
You know, this whole pandemic of content creation actually started with football content. I don't know if
Yes,
you guys remember.
that's how it
Mhm.
started.
It
It's
started with the
football and
Ronaldo
American
and Messi
Football.
politics.
stance.
Yeah.
Football,
It's football American. It's football and American politics. Those
So
are the
now
two.
what you're
Yeah,
seeing is you just see United Kemi, United Chinedu,
yeah,
Mhm.
CFC Ahmed. Yeah, and then these guys like appeal to big fan bases.
yeah.
They align their content around big fan bases and just start,
It's
man.
just trolling, troll
Yeah,
Creating
and I'm
account.
slop
just
everywhere.
for me, I'm just looking at it. It's not like it's not. I'm not complaining about the content because hey, man, there's enough places to go and get like really good content and all that.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at how people view unemployment and then view ways to make money.
And you think that's an escape? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just gotten like I remember when I started blogging, right? It wasn't to how will I put it? Like I was
It was
looking at
into
the long
cash
term of
out.
things, but it wasn't to like make immediate money, right? This is what like the Nigerian films were doing, the other platforms where they will basically just create like stories from thin air, and they had like ad spaces that they
Yeah.
were that Google was paying them for, you know,
Mhm.
and then they were making their money off that because it was good money at the time. People from, you know, and all of that were going to the websites. This is just an extended version of what we are seeing. There's no true, oh, I actually like creating content. I actually like sharing stories. When I met Ayo, bro, I watched Ayo was vlogging as far back before the 2011, before
Yep.
2011.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember one of his video where he actually sat down somewhere and he was doing like a break. You know, like what people do
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did it back then. This is
I
when
saw that
video was not
was
like to do
rare.
video. Yeah, this is when people were still using like Ustream to stream. This is 1.0.
I remember.
People
Yeah.
were still blogging, you know. So you can say, oh, this guy is doing it for the love of the game. When people were blogging, we're doing it for the love of the game. So it's not like these guys are
Definitely.
doing it for the love of the game and want to
No.
make money. It's
It's
just,
primarily for monetary purposes. Yeah.
and you know, when it's for monetary purposes, right? The money then controls how you behave,
Of
Yeah.
course. Of
You have to do
course.
you
some
know.
fuck shit for it.
I'll always say my favorite content creators are those who are led by, I would say, their passion and their niche.
Like
Mhm.
Do
Marquise
you get
Brown.
exactly what I mean? Like those are the kind of people I follow because they're tied to
Ayo
something.
Adams. Yeah.
You
Ayo
don't understand
Adams.
me. Are
Yeah.
you
Oh,
Adams?
I
Like
love
those
Ayo
are tied to
Adams.
something. You're going to watch them or listen to them because that they're talking something that's saying like the subject matter is about a particular thing that they're attached to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Fisayo
You know
Fusudo,
E-
Kagantek.
exactly. You know,
Yeah.
There's this
guys like
guy.
that.
I think Steve will
That's
know
like
this
those are my
guy.
favorite people.
Steve, do you know Femi Pereira?
Of course.
Who's Femi
Femi
Pereira? I
Pereira.
don't know. If I remember.
His own job is to
He
cover the local league.
yes,
That's
Hmm.
all he does. He
that's
takes
just
his
his own
phone,
job.
colorful commentary from the stands, and he just
Yep,
does that. And I think he has a gig with Sporting Lagos now because of the way
I
he
think
does it.
so because of the way
Female
he does it.
football,
Very unique way.
female football, male football, even up to universities.
Just
This
local
Yep.
guy,
league.
local league, nothing concerned them. I remember when he was trying to raise funds to go for the last Nations Cup. I was like, bro, this is somebody that should go to the Nations Cup and cover the Super
Yep.
Eagles. So that guys like that just is passion. You see people travel
Yeah.
to the farthest part of this country just to document how life is. They don't make noise, they don't have this thing, but they have they have a decent following. But our internet space or our social media space,
All you have
is
now is just banger boys and banger girls.
simple as that, man.
Do you understand? To the point where people who aren't even banger boys or banger girls have now become banger boys and banger girls. I see people who I used to respect their commentary on topics who will come once in a while and say something, right? The social media medialization of character behavior on the platform, right, has drilled it, finally gotten into it's like it has infected their brain, and now
Yeah.
they have become banger boy and banger girl.
I mean, we have popular examples. Yeah.
Is that how
You
bad
know,
the dopamine is?
The one that annoys me
Omo.
on X now is when you see the blue check on an account
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
give like a
Vague posting.
not vague posting,
Vague
a
posting
Like
is a
like
thing, man.
like a life
not
like a
vague posting.
life lesson scenario.
Gives like an evoking, a provocating story,
Yeah.
and you see
Yeah,
people reacting to it. I'm like, can't you just tell that the
this
reason why
this
this story
bait.
is bait?
bro.
Why you react? And people are reacting with their real emotions.
I'm telling you.
Steve, I
Yo,
saw one
You get
yesterday.
they'll
Like
give. I'm like, bro,
one guy
oh my
tweeted yesterday night
god.
that he works in a law firm or something like that. He now saw
Yeah.
yeah.
The
There was this
divorce,
female lawyer
something
that
about divorce.
no, give me the
that
gist.
Yeah,
Give me the gist, please.
so the guy was saying that I can't remember the background entirely, but he said that he saw this lady and the day she graduated was the day she filed from divorce from her husband who paid her tuition all through university.
That's a bait
Bro,
story, no.
and the context of this story is that it's coming because of the Frank Edo and Chike and
yeah,
The
whatever
Frank
yeah,
story.
Edo Chike
Chike
thing.
thing.
There was another
Exactly.
one
So
recently
it's all
again.
in the conversation. There's one in the UK again. One guy that's been giving them daily update about his divorce in the UK.
Yes, thank you.
You know,
That
stuff
Yeah,
guy.
like that. So this just ties into what is existing already in the social media sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get?
Yeah.
Then you see people reacting to it. You can't just tell that this guy is just hustling. This person
one
is
guy
just hustling. Like,
one guy
what?
retweeted and said
Baiting you.
there's one guy that
Yeah.
retweeted and said nobody has more real life stories than all these blue checked
Than blue
accounts.
check people, exactly.
They are
I
the
saw that
ones that
too.
know everybody. They are the ones that know
Yes, one of
everybody.
my colleague or one of my neighbors. Like, come on, man.
It's banger boy, banger girl behavior. It's just money they're
You know
looking
what
for.
I've discovered? You know what I've discovered, Richu? Like what I've really noticed recently, especially in social media, is that a lot of people don't have friends. Because if you have friends, those are conversations that you will have privately instead of coming to vent your emotions on social media. It's just an outlet. We have an outlet. That's why we don't like react in real time to what's happening on social media. We
Yeah,
have an
because
outlet.
we bring it to the group and
We
then we
bring it to the
discuss it in the
group.
group.
We could discuss it in the group, and before you know it, you've moved
Yeah.
on because you've already reacted to it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You've moved on, exactly. You know, so people don't just have friends. That's the problem. Especially with Twitter, especially the way people X, the way people like react in real time to with their real emotions. You could tell that they're being disturbed by the opinion of someone or by a story. And I'm like, man, come on, it's not worth it.
Let me
You know?
ask: is this kind of this behavior, this social behavior, right? Is this also happening on other platforms like TikTok and IG
It's
and
worse, bro.
Facebook? It's happening on
Bro, it's
Facebook,
worse.
definitely,
You
right?
don't
Oh, it's
you don't
worse.
just
Oh,
you don't see what's
It's
happening on
worse.
TikTok. If you see the
It's
banger boy,
worse.
and it's the guys that carry microphones to the malls. There's a particular genre where these guys go to the malls and just go. I don't know if these women are ladies of the night or are just expressive young women. They'll not be speaking about their sex life in very graphic detail to a stranger. And I'm wondering why is this content, please? There's a guy,
so
I don't want to mention his handle. This is what all he does. He meets ladies and will not say, oh, what's the freakiest thing you've done? And something. Or just and these ladies for 4 minutes will be talking about their sexual lives on camera. There's another guy, he takes a microphone and he goes into the hoods in Lagos and gets the question this guy asks. He doesn't ask like, oh, as a man, what are your challenges in life and all that. He asks you, he looks straight in your eyeballs and asks you how much you pay Olusho last. And you'll be shocked at the prices, how men are sitting down to talk about these things. I'm
Well,
like,
tell me
what is,
about these prices in the hood. Are they? Is as inflation
bro?
affected these prices?
I'm very shocked. I don't think I've seen. I think I've only seen one video where somebody has declared that he has paid 10,000. It's always 5K, 4K, 25,
What?
15. Yes. You see one guy just
The market is saturated, Steve.
and these are guys that sleep on streets, sleep
That's
on
true.
yeah.
That's true.
There's an
The supply
influx
is
of
more than the demand. So the
a
At
price
that
has to
level,
at that level. At that
yeah.
level. So the price
no, I don't think that
it
I don't
has
think
to
it's at that
affect the
level.
price.
I think in every level the supply is beating
It's more than
demand
the
at this
demand.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh,
like considering current economic realities, right?
yeah.
Yep.
You mean that a lot more players have moved into that field, which has led to the
Very.
saturation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you
This
see
is a
things like this on
conversation
TikTok.
that see, how will I put it? Prostitution and adjacent prostitution, right, is not
Yeah.
something that we're actively talking about. If we're talking
Yeah.
about how there's been an increase in like internet scams and all of that, right? We have to
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
every other problem,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But somebody tried to do it a few weeks ago, and they
I think we will soon
they
get.
wanted to cancel the person.
I think we will soon get to the level of where Cuba and some certain South American countries are in terms of sex work. There's this popular clip of Cameron. He said he went to Dominican Republic and he said maybe one babe was like $25 or something. And he just said, you know what? To help the economy, he just paid 4 of them. He got like 100. Yeah. We are laughing, but it is an indication of something at the end
See,
of the day.
the more people are plunged into poverty, right? The less inhibitions they have.
To go and try and make money anyway. Necessary.
You know, that's it. That's what's going to happen. So the poorer people get, we've already seen this, right? They stop people's car on the road now. That is high price cars. They stop them on the road.
Yeah.
They,
The demand
they,
for money.
you understand? This was not happening a few years ago. So the further people are, it's a concrete jungle. That's what you're going to get.
People need to make that money now. So they're going to make it anyway.
You know, hey, so I don't know. We've talked about it. Anyways, let's start the show and get into it. Are you guys ready to start the show?
Yeah, so.
You guys are ready?
Mm-hmm.
Steve does not look ready. I don't know. See, we are recording the podcast too. Steve is on WhatsApp. But we're recording a podcast.
A multitasking king.
I was born. Thank you. I was born ready.
You understand? We're recording a podcast. Steve is on WhatsApp doing something entirely different in the sports group. They've been replying some of the things I said earlier in the sports group. I didn't respond because I respect the people on this podcast and I respect our audience. You don't respect anybody, Steve. That's the problem. That's the problem.
They know the truth.
Only truth.
Only truth.
Let's start what we have come into the room to do.
Hey yo, what's up? Let's keep it real, son. Count this money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey yo, put the grants over there in the safe, you know what I'm saying? Cause we spinning these Jacksons. The Washingtons go to wifey, you know how that go.
I'm saying that's what this is all about, right? Clothes, bank rolls, and hoes, you know what I'm saying? Yo, then what, man? What?
Visualizing the realism of life and actuality. Fuck who's the baddest. A person's status depends on salary. And my mentality is money orientated. I'm destined to live the dream for all my peeps who never made it. Cause yeah, we were beginners in the hood as 5%. But something must have got in us. Cause all of us turned to sinners. Now some resting in peace and some are sitting in San Quentin. Others such as myself are trying to carry on tradition. Keeping this weapon wrestling street ghetto essence inside us. Cause it provides us with the proper insight to guide us. Even though we know somehow we all gotta go. But as long as we leave and thieving, we'll be leaving with some kind of dough. So into that day we expire and turn to vapors. Me and my capers, I'll be somewhere stacking plenty papers. Keeping it real, packing still getting high. Cause life's a bitch and then you die. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff lie, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff lie.
I woke up early on my born day. I'm 20 is a blessing. The essence of adolescence leaves my body down freshened. My physical frame is celebrated cause I made it. 1/4 through life, some godly like thing created. Got rhymes 365 days annual plus some. Load up the mic and bust one. Cuss while I puss from my skull cause it's pain in my brain vein. Money maintained, no go against the grain, simple and plain. When I was younger, this I used to do my thing hard. Robbing foreigners, take their wallets, they jewels and rip their green cards. Dip to the projects, flashing my quick cash and got my first piece of ass, smoking blunts with hash. Now it's all about cash in abundance. Niggas I used to run with is rich or doing years in the hundreds. I switched my motto. Instead of saying fuck tomorrow, that buck that bought a bottle could've struck the lotto. Once I stood on the block, loose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Time is illmatic, keep static like wool fabric. Pack a 4matic to crack your whole cabbage.
Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff lie, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff lie, cause you never know when you're gonna go.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
Loose Talk, baby.
Beat boy shake, yeah.
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, give me blessing till I overdose. I got a lot of haters, lot of foes, but I'm the nigga that they owe the most, yeah. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, I know they wanna see a nigga comatose. I got a lot of haters, lot of foes, but I'm the nigga that they owe the most, yeah. I had a friend from Senegal who told me you gon' send them all packing, so sit back and light a Dutch, produce and end them all. They gon' tryna pretend at all your events because they can sense that you're invincible, highly focused and integral to the game, but none of your principles are the same. They all are victims of shame as they sit and witness your reign. The differences between you and these simpletons is insane. They can't inseminate hearts, only leave an impotent stain, yeah. You see, I father the game, go check the record books when rappers couldn't get DJs to play them like the second hooks. Nowadays, vultures are circling and certain men are working in tandem to plan the downfall of the culture. I am he, the silent force within. Your father, your daddy, the wisdom, the savvy, the blueprint, you try it all to win. If you've lost road, I'm the source code, I am boss mode. Come sit at my feet, I'm a teacher and I'm the last poet. I am Father, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Give me blessing till I overdose. I got a lot of haters, lot of foes, but I'm the nigga that they owe the most, yeah. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, I know they wanna see a nigga comatose. I got a lot of haters, lot of foes, but I'm the nigga that they owe the most, yeah.
Feel the Holy Ghost is reassuring that this anointing will only follow those who get the message and can express it until the homie knows. Learn the lesson in one direction, they fall like dominoes. When the spirit moves, I'm in rooms with fire figures. You Pharisees, your fantasies are sacrilegious. I'm the hand that raised a man with hard corrections, stacking sacks and sacks like Sunday service tight collections. I'm giving visions, the revelation of 1,000 hours to perfection. The intersection of the crown is ours. I've been around since time created dinosaurs, silent crowds that got aroused by Diana Ross. In a space that only relates to Santa Claus, I'm like a myth, but giving gifts is my kind of job. I rip sins and strip clean the victims, desolation of nations. I am the east wind, casualties is human life. Fuck your human rights. When I move, the body count is grounded sugar like. They fear me, but hear me. I am the comforter. I am peace, I am war, I am cold or hot water. My pen is lost, my flow is like the day of Pentecost. To understand it, I make you speak a different language. Read the signs, read between the lines, unless it's Mayweather. Then I'm raining punches, I'm undefeated, who can say it better? These rappers are false prophets, I am not with them. They prophesy lies and visions, spread it with confidence. They don't paint no pictures, they photoshopping and cropping them. The day of reckoning is when we come for them.
Incompetent artists, labels, and managers, I covered them all. They doubt my sacrifice, they walk away, they stumble and fall. Know that my word is scripture. You blessed if I am standing with you, but question the vessel. You messing with science spiritual. Oh, I died a couple times so you could flourish. Gave you love and I encouraged, but damn it, your heart is porous. And now that you've left me, how are you faring? Are you soaring somewhere foreign, touring, rising like the sun is every morning? I am the son that you condemn to die every time that you tell him lies, but my life is indemnified. So next time that you mention, I am shooting at you. Hope the bitch that you was tempted by is semperfies. The blood splatter, the brain matter is bones shattered. You're thrown backwards, your dome scatters as crumb chatters. The sun is turning to sun, burning, I've gone savage. I'm hands off of you, nigga, carry your own baggage. If I ain't want you to shine, you will be gone banished, finished, famished. Show me how sinister man is. You're on your own now, but no motion, can't figure mechanics. What you gonna tell him this time? Who you gonna blame for the damage? The son of man, or you gonna tell him the truth? I ain't do you no evil, nigga, only evil was you. The son of man has come to tell you the truth. I ain't do you no evil, nigga, all the evil's in you. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, give me blessing till I overdose. It's like you knew niggas would do the most. That's why you gifted me your Pentecost.
Yes, y'all. You are welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Loose Talk. It is Loose Talk. What is good? What is happening? What is going on? Yes, I go with me, League of Extreme Podcasters. I go with me, the one and only. Who do you guys think I'm talking about when I say the one and only?
I don't know.
It's the one and only. The one and only Africa's pop culture #1. Forget what the other guys do. Don't let me go more than this. If not, I'm going to get some insults from people. I wanted to go somewhere now. I said, let me just let it go. Anyways, I go with me. I am Media Tayo. Olusegun Tayo the second AOT2 round of applause for this man.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Giving us a breakdown of Drake's triple album release. I believe you'll be giving us a breakdown today. If you've heard everything.
Yes. Yeah. I
Yes,
tried
he
to
heard
listen to
42
everything.
songs in 2 days.
Yeah,
42
man.
songs in 2 days. Boom, boom,
That's
boom.
that's a content dump.
That's a what do you call it? Well, made dump. Drake did made dump and just moved on.
I
And of
remember
course
when
we
Chris-
have
Chris
It's
Brown-
going to take me at least 3 months to listen to the album. So those 3 albums.
Wow.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And
It's
of
a
course
lot,
we
man.
have the lead researcher number 1. Nobody does researching like this man. He enters every nook and cranny, enters every creek. Find him there, just researching, pen and pad only, no AI, nothing. He does this from scratch, all by the book. Shout out to Mr. Steve Dingle. And of course, we have me, Mr. Osagie. How's everybody doing?
The only truth.
The only truth.
The
Thank
only
you very
truth.
much.
Yeah.
Before we start, let's talk about the songs we played. We started this show with AZ and Nas, or Nas and AZ, off the 1994 classic album Illmatic. The name of the song is Life's a Bitch. How did they say it? What's that word they use? Fun fact, right? Nas also features his father on this record. He is the one playing the trumpet at the end. Oludara
Yeah.
Jones. You know, big deal there. I mean, on your debut album, you have your father playing the trumpet off a record.
Yeah. It's
That's a
surreal.
big deal, right?
Yeah. And that's one of the I mean, still Ilmatic is one of the, is a classic, but that particular song.
It's a classic. It's a classic. And I played it because I was watching Nas and Easy perform it on Jimmy Fallon this week.
Yeah.
Easy has his new
Yeah.
album out, Do or Die 3.
Not bad. Yeah, I listened to it.
Yeah,
Not
listen
bad.
to the album too. It's very
OG album. album.
Yes, some really good songs there and everything. And I've been a very big fan of AZ. You know, Do or Die was one of my favorite albums from 1995. 9 Lives, I think that was in 2001 or so. 9 Lives is also one of my favorite albums. I also like Asiatic. You know, a couple of AZ albums there I've always liked, and all of that. Of course, all these collaborations with Nas, The Essence,
Stuff
the
of Legends.
Flyers off
Gang, yeah.
Stillmatic and all of that. So AZ has always, you know, quiet money, AZ just chilling. So Do or Die 3, I'm glad like Nas is in a place where he has his own record label and can put his guy on, and then they can release music and make a lot of promo and all of that about it. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
now AZ on Jimmy Fallon is a big deal.
Yeah. You wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. And he performed his other song so high. I think we'll end the album, this podcast with that song. Yeah, so that was good. And then we followed up with M.I. Abaga featuring AQ, the Trinity of M.I.'s Judah the EP 2020, I believe.
Yeah.
Another record. M.I.'s rapping his ass off on this record, man. Like, you know how people want to like downplay. You can't downplay him. Like, you listen to this record, right? You listen to this record.
But I like AQ's verse more than MI's verse in that record.
I think AQ's verse is dope. Do you understand? But see how M comes after AQ again.
Yeah.
And just goes on that run. You know, he just I'm not comparing, I'm just saying like
I know.
When M is in his bag.
Yeah, when he wants to go.
M is an elite rapper, so
yeah.
Blessed to have had him in Nigerian rap, man.
Honestly, you take him out of Nigerian rap. There's
a huge vacuum from him.
You guys don't understand, for someone to be critically acclaimed as a rapper and still be, I would say, the top in terms of success as like in success in rap in Nigeria. MI is like top 3, top 5. I would say top 3.
Yeah. The only person I can
I'll say top 5.
I'll say top 5. No, in terms of like hip hop, the only person I can successfully put over MI in terms of like success is Olamide.
Commercial success.
Not just commercial success, everything. It's just Olamide.
Okay.
That's the only person I can put above MI.
It's just Olamide.
Yeah, I can't put Fino over MI.
No.
I won't.
No.
You know, it's just Olamide.
I understand what you're saying.
Because that Olamide's one is just another.
No, that one was just too massive.
MI is insane, to be very honest.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You know,
went on a mixtape run, went on an album run, bro.
You know, and can rap in different like levels. You can't.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to go bar for bar. This is where I am.
You need to go song for song. Look,
This
we are
is
doing
where I am.
songwriting now. Yeah.
Yeah, this
I'll
is
do
where
that.
I am. You know, and we just need to make a commercial record and have fun. This is where I am. This is the same guy that did Bad Belly. Is alive.
Mhm.
Is allowed. Is allowed. You know, it. Come on, man, give it to him. Round of applause to Emma Abaga. Yeah, and it's not just some phantom respect. Like I'll say, like Jesse Jack has just this phantom respect, right?
Do you know my best? Not necessarily best, like a very memorable MI performance. Life
Which
on
one?
Agaga. Life on Agaga.
The one with Timaya.
Yes.
You know they were coming off after a small.
On such a comment. Oh, from that
Yeah.
record, I can't remember.
They had a small issue before.
I can remember the day. I can remember the day I heard that record. I was on the bus from Ugeli to Agbo or something like that, and the record played. It's a Pika Timaya record, and then I'm hearing a rap verse, and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening,
like,
bro?"
And we talk about this all the time, right?
Crazy Yes, y'all. This is a public service announcement. Mr. Incredible, featured by the one and only Iberi Popsy, #1 by us.
Enough respect to Jehovah himself. Enough respect to Black Body. Everybody with it for street, though. I hope so don't feel me, oh. House, I got it. Money, I got it. Clothes, I got it. Juice, I got it. Anything you want, anything
I can give you. Call me M.I.A. Let's go, yeah. Way back then, I was so rise. Before anybody ever heard my vocals. Before awards and the shows and promoters. Man, they sleep by himself, I mean no girls. I remember when guys couldn't toast. Cause to toast you need bread and the bread wasn't close. And the clothes that we posed with to get noticed was from Yaba Bend Down. And so no chicks, but ask about me now. Google M.I. I got so many shows, they call me the event guy. I fly so many times a year, I should rent Sky. Give it up for Mr. Incredible Lent guy. Call me M.I. a Mr. I don't try. I got the dough, baby, wait till you want buy. And all my enemies now waiting they want try. I did glow like the sunshine. And now house I got it. Money I got it. Clothes I got it. Cars I got it. Anything you want, baby girl, I can give you. Cause I got it. Yes, I got it. House I got it.
See, this is what we were just talking about. He knows he's going to do a record with Timaya. He knows
Timaya.
to bring it down.
Exactly.
He doesn't say on the previous record we just heard on Trinity. He wouldn't say promoter. He would say promoter. But this one is a promoter.
Because promoter, like the intonations, like everything.
He knows what he's doing. That's a good songwriter there.
That's a good songwriter.
Do you know when Emma scared me? When I listened to talk about it last week, right?
Yeah.
And I just concluded that this is a Lagos album from a guy who has not spent 5 years in Lagos. How could you come from Jos to forget all your loopy record artistry and just say, you know what, I'm going to give Lagos people what they want, and you listen to the album, bruh. I'm like, MI is something else, like, bruh.
From that Talk About It album, you know the song, a lot of songs on that Talk About It album that is dope. But you know the song I really like, like listening to it recently again, I'm like, this is one of the most standout records.
Which one?
They call me
The songwriting on this record, the verses, because he's telling a story.
Yeah.
Brand new song, brand new feeling, I can't go wrong. It's that incredible mister, fist up theory coming through transistor. Saw the sister one day at a bar. She said, M, I don't know who you are. Bet you think that you're a mighty big star, but you're probably just above par. I said, yo, could it be the Coco drive you loco? Rock show from Boko to Soko to Morocco, but rapping the choco. You don't feel my fire, you gon' feel my smoke, yo. Feel my vocal on this local instrumental, focal point to drive you mental. I just want you to feel me, to real me and steal me. So let's go, go.
Like, bro, it's crazy.
How do you start an album like that? You started like, bro, I'm like, okay,
that's crazy,
bro.
And the verse of this record, I got the magic static.
You know the funny thing, I can remember where I was when I
rap
listened to this album.
You must be joking.
To be very honest, I've never heard anybody describe this album as a Lagos album. Like, and immediately, just as Aya has mentioned it, it's just clicking in my brain.
Bro, who puts YQ? Who puts YQ on his debut album?
I've never heard anybody describe this album as a Lagos album, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, if you're somebody who didn't grow up in Lagos and came into Lagos, this is the kind of album you make.
This is the kind of album you make, yes.
You know, someone who's like a young boy living on the mainland, hanging out on the island. This is the soundtrack to your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
You know, this is it.
It is.
No,
because he had that blend of, you know, it felt like a foreigner in Lagos because he didn't give, I don't know, man, give it to this guy. And these albums go on to live forever. They're classics.
I listened to this album. The first day I listened to it, I didn't feel cheated or anything. I felt when I listened to this album, I'm like, this is monumental. Now what I'm listening to,
you didn't feel empty.
Yeah, like, bro, this is going to last for a while, and it has.
Yeah,
that art of making an album is lost. People treat it as disposables now, like, bro.
Yeah, it's
lost.
But
don't give us advance. Let's just fucking spend the money and just bounce. It's lost.
It's lost, especially because back then, unlike now, where you can like pick one song and blow one song, and then you are identified around that song, and then you can build your whole persona off one song or like videos and everything. Back then, people bought the CD and put it in their car, in the CD player in their car.
They
were going to listen to everything.
Yeah.
They were literally going to, you put it in your CD player, you put it in your CD deck. Nobody's going to the CD deck pressing next. You're going to listen to the whole thing. That's why we fell in love with, and that's why I think a lot of people have, how I put it, like, if you can drop an album in 2026 and everybody loves all the songs, you've really won, because it's very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Back then, nobody was forcing you into playlisting. Now they're pushing all those things to your face. And I'll go into
have an intimate relationship with music anymore.
You don't, because the algorithms force you to think the way you think. It's like Netflix, right? I open Netflix and I have to search for the things I want to watch, because everything they've showed me on their front page is just fluff and trash. And the gold is there. The British shows are there. Like there's some gold there.
The catalog is deep.
It's deep.
But you just have to look for it, because obviously, if they spend so much money acquiring a TV series, that's what they're going to splash on your face.
You understand?
Or producing a movie. They're going to do that because
they just push these things that you really don't want, and you have to really go and find and love. But back then, you could make that decision from yourself. Do you know what your algorithm was back then in terms of like albums that you needed to listen to? It was the guy in the traffic that had that big board, and then they put all the CDs on top. That was your algorithm.
And that was the way to even know which albums were moving. Because, bro, for years, you see Beautiful Nubia, Asha. That Green's album.
Yeah.
And sure, there's no, if any CD seller is like you see me,
that Asha album was
those
there.
Those albums are still there.
I want Shola Alison album. I want Tope Alade album.
That's why
you already know.
That's why like music marketing intrigues me these days, because I'm confused. I don't even know how to do it properly.
Bro,
like I don't even know how to, because it's not easy.
Executives. Regarding music marketing, I'm on calls with executives. It's the worst job you can have. Right,
it's the worst job you can have right now. Like, it's insane.
Movie marketing is still. See, music marketing is the worst job you can have.
That's where you send your enemy. That's where you send your enemy.
I swear, it's too difficult, because do you know how many songs, how many artists I just love of being on, like just hearing them on radio? It was easy to just market. Just put these people on radio. Put them on rotation. Music, the program director, ensure that you're playing this record prime time. Before you know, they're popular artists.
Get a good video. Do you understand? Bro, make sure if you can get on TV on nationwide, you're good.
You are locked.
And just get the seed. When you market these artists like that in just this traditional means, you just buy their CD and the intimate relationship is there. Bro, one of my favorite albums of all time.
That thing
Osagie, I always tell you this thing, Osagie. On my way to church, Jim Jones.
On my way to church, Jim Jones.
I was stuck in a village for like a week.
So
and that was the only CD I carried.
It built
that's the only thing I could play. Bro, on Tuesday, I played that album.
Because it's now tied to
it's tied to me. Like it's in me. I love that album so much. That's how people develop intimate relationship. That's how you could rap records on Jay-Z's album. that we actually don't like, but we've listened to it so much.
Yeah,
You're
because
right.
you have to,
Do you understand?
you have to consume the whole thing. Now.
So
You say,
exactly,
bro. I
Bro,
remember,
you know,
I remember Stillmatic when I listen to Stillmatic now, bro. Even the song, the flyers with Nas and Az, bro, you go
Yeah.
learn now.
you go
You go
learn
learn
You
now.
go learn now.
You go learn now.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
these are not we played now. As we're playing it, it took me to where I was when I first listened to it, and that time
Listen to
in my
you.
life.
Yes.
This is 2008. I know exactly where I was.
That was.
in
I remember
school.
this
I
day
know
clearly.
it took me to my apartment in school. I literally just listening to it now. I sat there and I was like, "Oh man!"
Yeah,
Listening to
you had
it.
a picture.
I remember listening to
Mhm.
this Stillmatic that you just said. I remember the very position I was in the living room when I put it in the Walkman,
Yeah.
because I bought Stillmatic and Marshall Mathers LP on the same day at Yaba. Came back
Yeah.
home and I popped it into the Walkman. And I
Walkman.
remember the first track of Stillmatic.
Heart
I
of a
was just like,
slave,
what
blood
is
of a
this?
king. I said, yes.
Bro,
Let's go there.
music is time travel.
Yeah,
It's
it
time
is.
travel.
Like I don't know. Like as marketing intrigues me a lot. I think about music marketing, I just get scared
Steve,
because I
go
don't
there.
know.
Steve,
You know the funny
because
thing?
the guys there, I'm talking to the guys there, they are suffering.
And guess what, guys?
They are
This man
wasting
Nigerian-
money.
This man
They
Nigerian
can't-
problem.
No, it's a
International
global
level.
problem.
No, it's a global
Cracking
it's a
their
global
head.
problem.
Look at what Drake had to do. He had to drop 42 songs and 14
42
videos.
songs.
Yes.
14 music videos.
Thank
That's
God,
the
you
only
don't
way he
understand
could
what's
make a
happening.
dent.
To catch your attention now. Okay, something is happening.
Do you
Bro,
know
this guy had to do like a streaming event where
Bro,
he
did you
premiered-
see
Bro.
how he iced out that tower that they have? You
The
know
CN
that
Yeah, the
tower.
CN Tower, the CN
It-
Tower in Toronto.
It cost him. I saw they shipped some equipment from Germany. I think the whole thing cost $20 million, 15 to
Ooh.
$20 million. Yes, to ice out that thing.
And if this is the an artist that is in the 1% that has to do this, imagine you being
Imagine you.
you being in the like in the downward spiral of the ladder.
It's
Do
the
you
worst
understand
time.
what it
It's the
is
worst
to
time
grab-
be a
to grab the
musician.
attention, to grab the
Yeah.
attention of people.
I think movies
Hey,
are even
God.
better. I think movies have cracked it and understand how to sell movies in this time. But you see music,
But
It's still not. It's still not easy. It's still not easy for them. But they are still
the
doing it
quality of the
because.
movies too has even bro. Courtney Kemp, the
Osagie, you know
woman
why the
who wrote-
quality of the music has to, the quality of the movie has to. We've discussed this thing now.
Is
The
the
writing
algo
has to
now.
be. Yeah, the writing has to because people don't have the time to focus anymore to digest complex
the writing
subjects.
has to be
it has to be fluffy. Thank you.
That's why
Yeah.
Netflix like Man on Fire, Yahaya Abdul.
Yeah,
right. I watched
on
it.
Netflix.
Have you guys watched it?
No,
No.
It's horrible writing. It's horrible writing.
I can't even watch it. One, I have like another special relationship with the Man of Fire because it's Denzel.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to.
No, Steve. Of all people, Steve, don't bother.
Not me. I'm not
I'm
going to
telling
watch
you,
it.
don't-
it's very
I'm
hard
not
for
going
me.
to watch it.
It's very hard
Ayo,
for me
did
to
you watch it?
No, I've not watched it. I can't
The
watch
pacing, let me just quickly rant about it. The pacing of that series. First of all, it has no business being a series. First of all, it has no business being a series. That thing is meant to be a movie. That's the first thing. The second thing, the pacing of that series is so bad. It's so bad. The writing is so bad. It's like they got Tyler Perry to make an action movie. An action series. It's like Tyler Perry is in the room writing. I'm watching, Courtney Kemp has released a new series, right? It's called
Who
Nemesis.
says is that?
It's
Oh,
called
okay.
Nemesis. The woman who wrote Power with 50.
I know, is it on Netflix?
Oh,
I saw the trailer. When I was
trailer.
I saw the poster.
Bro,
for
a
it,
basketball game recently.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, the writing of this thing, after episode 1 ended, I let out an exclamation in bed that my wife woke up and said, "Is everything okay?" I was like, I covered my mouth. I said, something like that. The writing is so bad. Again, it's like they said, this is like Power written by Tyler Perry.
So that's worse because you already know Power had storytelling issues. Then you now
At
bring
least
the
season
king.
1 and 2 of Power and even season
Held
3 were
up.
great.
Yeah, they held up. Yeah, they held
But
up.
you understand, the writing of this show, bro, right? It's like they've created the buckets and then they are force feeding everything into those buckets. That's how I can describe it. It's so bad.
That's why I've forgotten the studio. I'm not sure it's Warner Brothers. When Netflix wanted to acquire that studio, you see how Hollywood reacted.
Yeah,
because
it
they
was
knew.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it was one
Yeah.
of It was
Because
one. I
Warner
think it was one of,
Brothers
yeah.
is still one of. Look at 2025. Warner Brothers went on an unprecedented run. They did Sinners, they did Weapons, and they did like 4 movies together. All of them were hitting like 1 billion, 1 billion, 500 mil, 800 mil. And they know that if Netflix acquires this thing, that art is going to die. And that's why you
Because
see
they're just going to use
Hollywood
their
now.
machinery to create nonsense.
Yeah. The CEO of Netflix already said that there's no need for long-term cinematic windows anymore. That once they acquire the studio like this, maybe your movie will just do 2 weeks in this thing and they'll bounce. That's why Hollywood and even the White House had to get involved because they knew what it would do to the American entertainment system. And that's why somebody had to outbid them at the end of the day. Bro, I saw somewhere that Warner Brothers spent a crazy amount campaigning for one battle after another and Sinners for the Oscars. Because Hollywood is trying to fight back and say, no, we need prestigious filmmaking back. And that's why you see them pumping a lot of money into this big time. If you're a big time director now, you're going to get a big budget. Because they know they have to do this.
I'm tired of the fluff. I open Prime Video. I open it.
Bro,
there's
Marvel,
nothing to watch. I'm going back to watch old stuff.
Guess the series I'm watching now. I'm watching X-Files.
Wow.
25 episodes of just badass writing and filmmaking, television writing. That's where we've got it to right now. At the end of the day, not everybody can be an Apple. That the problem with Apple is that they don't promote. They just spend on the production.
Apple is good. Apple shows are good,
but they don't. People say they are the HBO that doesn't make noise.
All Apple shows are good. I've not seen a whack Apple show.
Yeah, but also Hollywood.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go to Apple shows, and because I was asking something yesterday, give me a show. Let me watch something because I don't want to watch Euphoria until it's finished. The Boys, they messed up this season of The Boys.
No,
the writing is bad.
I knew The Boys are going to fall off. Series have started in the same era with The Boys. Oh, I don't know what happened to them. They just fall off at the end of the day. It's sad. But music, God help you people. Somebody's going to figure that shit out.
The music marketing, that one I don't even know how to fix it. You understand? Like I don't even have an idea. It's just money going down the drain.
Bro, it's so bad that
I've given long thoughts about this thing. I'm confused.
Bro, when was the last time you listened to a rap album from a new American rapper that I say, oh, this guy is going to be the next world star? Bro, I don't know what's going on in American hip hop anymore. What's going on in American hip hop is TMZ shit. Oh, they arrested this person.
Yeah.
So where's Baby Mama this thing? But the art of it, the music of it, bro.
Even locally, right? Well, hip hop is very difficult locally right now because everybody shifted towards Afrobeats. All the producers shifted towards Afrobeats because Afrobeats was what was paying. Yeah. But even if you look at that, right? Like if you need to put out like the SARS and Buju album, the Benson album, I've still not heard it.
Oh, it's nice.
It's nice. I need to listen to it.
So what SARS does is that SARS will push you further into your core competency. You know what is good for you, and just if you listen to SARS's album that he dropped last year, that's what he did with all the artists from Charlie Poppy to King Madi. He knows that point, and that's okay. This is where you are. Let's just elevate it to another level.
I need to go and listen to the SARS and Benson album.
But imagine SARS doing a rap project. That would be.
It's people like SARS that can save hip hop.
Yeah, he's the last hope, production hope. For us at the end of the day.
You're absolutely right. He's the one that can say, you know what, I'm doing a hip hop project and let's take it to the next level. People will listen. You'll get the audience. Do you understand? Like you need quality people in these spaces to drive that conversation and to make it go mainstream. Yeah. But you're right. You're absolutely right. It is someone like SARS that would say, okay, I'm doing a hip hop project. Everybody, let's work together.
Yeah.
And would do it well. He's the only one that can do like the Jimmy Jats kind of project
curation.
Yeah. Get good A&Rs and all of that. Anyways, man, guys, that's I was just gisting as usual. We got a lot to discuss. We're gonna start with a few topics and then we just go straight into fan mail. So where are we?
Go.
A joint US-Nigerian military operation has led to the killing of the second in command of ISIS globally and the most active terrorist in the world. Al-Muniki was declared a specially designated global terrorist by Washington in 2023. A Nigerian has been promoted to head of General Directorate of States, making him one of the most senior figures within the global IS hierarchy. He was a senior Boko Haram commander before pledging allegiance to the IS in 2015. I've been seeing the story jump around, but I don't know what's going on, guys. And I've also seen some
Was the guy
feedback on it
Nigerian?
saying, yeah, well, apparently so. Let me read the report from the BBC, reported by Makuchi Okafor, West Africa reporter, Lagos, and Barry Matson, jihadism researcher. Nigeria and the United States say they have killed a senior Islamic State leader in a joint operation. Abu Bilal al-Muniki was described by the US President Donald Trump as the second in command of ISIS globally and the most active terrorist in the world. IS had radically shifted in recent years, with around 90% of its attacks now taking place in sub-Saharan Africa. What? 90%?
Well, they don't shoot base now. Business must be moving now.
What's
Business
going
must
on
move.
in Africa?
Africa, nail. Africa,
That's
nail.
the sorry to cut you guys short. The series that Samson recommended to me, SAS Rogue Heroes, right? They were also talking about it, like the Nazi guys versus British guys. At some point, Africa now became a part of region in Africa. They were based in Cairo, and well, the whole thing is that if if the Nazis are taking over Africa, they had won the war.
Oh yes, that was one of the key fighting points. Yeah, in Morocco somewhere. Yeah.
Anyways, its Nigeria-based branch is by far the most active. This is crazy.
Giant of Africa now. We must show.
It's insane. It's insane though.
Nigerian President Bola Tinubu said that the two countries had carried out a daring joint operation that dealt a heavy blow to IS. Minuki was declared a specially designated global terrorist by Washington in 2023. He was killed along with several of his lieutenants during a strike on the compound in the Lake Chad Basin, a huge region of waterways and swampland shared by Nigeria, Chad, Niger, and Cameroon. A military spokesman said intelligence had established Minuki had established a fortified base in the area in Metele, Borno State. The Lake Chad Basin had also been a stronghold for Boko Haram and its rival faction, Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP. Wait, a rival faction? Oh, IS and ISWAP have been going at it.
Yeah, they've had beef.
I didn't know this. Oh. Anyways, the Nigerian military
Is
said
it not,
that
is it not between Boko Haram and the rivalry is Boko Haram and ISWAP, not ISIS and.
Oh yes,
sorry.
So that's what I know. That's what I know.
Okay, so Boko Haram and ISWAP. Why are they fighting?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe territory. I don't know. But they've been fighting. Deadly fight. So like the rivalry is like.
Isn't that how the guy was?
That's how Shekau died now.
Yeah. Shekau died because
that's how Shekau lost his. Yeah.
He saw fucked him up
because of his.
Yeah.
The Nigerian military said the operation began shortly after midnight on Saturday, after months of intelligence gathering and reconnaissance. It said 0 casualties or loss of assets were recorded, describing the operation as evidence of growing cooperation between Nigerian and U.S. forces. It said that Al-Minuki had been promoted to head of General Directorate of States, making him one of the most senior figures within the global IS hierarchy. He previously oversaw IS-link operations across the Sahel and West Africa, including attacks targeting civilians and minority communities. Okay, this
makes sense now. Why it was reported some months ago that American soldiers were in America. We're in Nigeria. They had American boots on ground. It now makes sense.
I mean, I can't lie. I'm all up for terrorists being,
and it now makes shows that it now shows that Nigeria and America they've done a bad deal somewhere. Because when our NSA went to America, I'm sure this is what they were talking about. There is something going on that we don't know. So when Trump was making all that thing, it was this agreement stuff.
The Money Point CEO was the opinion that like Nigerians do not have the skill to operate on a global scale. But this is
Global
somebody. This is
terrorists.
this is a Nigerian who's operating on a global terrorism scale. So
Number two.
Number
number
two,
two, bro, that's
and had
insane.
modern. He was using modern facilities like Starlink and everything, to
But
push their propaganda.
you guys saw in the group immediately. I said, bro, I've heard this name before because you know me, like this like
Nigerian said it
terrorism
was a
thing.
mistake.
Yeah.
He said it was a mistaken identity.
No, they didn't say it was a mistaken identity. They said it
Oh, what
was
did they
like
say?
it's like a title that the leaders of
Oh,
it's like a title. So once the new person comes up, you give them that title.
oh, like
This is the
general.
latest,
Okay.
yeah, this is the latest person they've killed. That has that title. So that's the. Let me look for.
That was the feedback IS gave.
No, that's the. So okay. So there were stories in 2019 and 2024, like two different operations that the Nigerian military had announced that they've killed someone named Al Minuki.
Okay.
2019 and 2024. So when this story broke that they've killed this guy in this operation, in this joint operation, people started referencing the past stories. Like, you guys said you've killed this guy before. Why are you killing him again? Like, how is it possible?
Yeah.
So the Nigerian military released a statement saying that the people they killed in the last operation were people who had a title. That is a title. It's not just the name of the people.
So the Al-Minuki is a title.
Is a title, yes. So let me look for the statement again. So just to clarify.
I understand what you're saying. And they usually have these titles, and so you don't know who the person is. Basically, they kind of hide the person, how important the person is. And so it's like what's that that popular thing? I am this person. I am whoever watched Walking Dead. I am Negan. I am Negan. You don't know who Negan is. Something like that. Okay, I get it. Anyways, man, they pop you out. I can't be mad, man. I'm not on the side of people who kill civilians, go to communities.
Yeah, I ain't down for that. Yeah,
I'm not down for that. I'm not on that side.
At all.
Kidnap people, kidnap children. No. I'm never on that side. So, to be honest, for me, right, I would have expected this to have happened earlier in Tinubu's presidency. His administration.
So
go ahead, Steve.
So Defense Nigeria said clarification on recent reports regarding the neutralization of terrorist commander Abu Bilal al-Minuki wishes to provide clarification following emerging public discourse regarding the recent neutralization of a high-profile terrorist commander. Certain media reports referencing a similar operation in 2024 have mentioned the elimination of a terrorist commander bearing the same name. This has understandably generated questions about the identity of the individual recently neutralized. It's important to state that within the Northeast region and across the Lake Chad Basin, the use of similar or identical names, aliases, and nom-de-guerres is common among ISWAP and Boko Haram terrorists. Do you guys get?
Yeah. We get. So that's how it works. Well, congrats to the Nigerian military and the Nigerian military and US alliance. We hope there are more kills. I think 2 weeks ago I heard that the Nigerian army has been bombing a lot of the terrorist hideouts. So I don't know how true that is, because Nigerian army says something in the morning, and later at night you find out that it's false. But if it's true that there have been some decisive blows to terrorism, we thank them very much for their work. I have no problem with the Nigerian soldiers. I love them because I think it's very courageous for you to lay down your life for a country like Nigeria. To go and fight in a forest. I think is commendable. So I can't blame them at all.
I mean, spot on. Like I was saying, I would have expected most of this to happen earlier. Where the presidency would have had this sort of joint collaboration work with
the US forces.
Yeah, joint task force work with the US forces and everything to get these guys out of here. If, as we assume, Tinubu is all about getting the economy going, right? And making money and all of that, and taxing people, etc. Like we always see, I would have expected him to like get rid of this problem because it's a big distraction. But I
Yeah,
think
but things are
the wake up call might have been when the US government, led by Trump,
yeah
started to when it started to talk about the situation in Nigeria,
negatively. Yeah,
with terrorism or killing of Christians and all of that. Because since then, I think we've seen an increase in, I don't know, I don't have the stats, but I would assume we've seen like a bit more dedication
yeah,
towards ridding this country of terrorism. I don't know how it's going to end because it's very complex as well.
very, very.
There's a lot also tied to um, the mining of resources in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
There's that whole conversation of they want to get rid of people in different regions so that the mining can continue without the interference of those communities. I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
those theories,
the
floating
theories.
around, but
Yeah, that's been
it's
around for
also
a
a
while.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, unemployment too is one of the big issues. Why terrorism was so high, has been so high in Nigeria. I think it's like I said, man, you can defeat all terrorists, but if you don't go down to the root cause and make these areas productive, we're still going to have terrorism to come back in another fashion. In places where you know that maybe the unemployment is not as high as in other places of the country, it's very hard for you to convince adults to go out and go and fight or go on suicide missions. It's very, very hard. I
When they have
think,
a living to make.
yeah, or when you know you have a chance of, okay, today something might not be popping, but later in the night something will happen. But yeah, well, when you've abandoned an area, and this speaks to the local politicians over there, I think what has happened in the northeast and other areas that have been affected by terrorism, you have to look at the level of, you have to point a finger at the political elites there, from governors to everybody has a has been an elected official. That issue, this is something that is not how will I put it now? It all boils back to them at the end of the day. Sanusi, the Emir of Kano, has been warning the northern elites for a long time that this is what is going to happen, and we are clearly seeing it right now.
Yeah, you're right, man. If people don't have things to do, the idle mind is a devil's workshop. They can be
Yeah,
easily recruited. And this recruitment, please, don't people should also understand that it's not just random. They pay these people. They earn money.
yo, they earn money. Yeah, we collect money. Yeah,
It's not random. They earn money.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
They earn money. They make money off it.
I
They
mean,
are
they tax
paid.
people. These terrorist organizations go into towns, villages, and tax people and form their own
Uh-huh.
form of governments there.
And they are being
So yeah,
funded too.
yeah. Oh yeah, the money trail. That's why I believe that if you want to, another way to stop terrorism is just to follow the money trail. When you see the sponsors of these things, then and you cut all that supply, there's going to be very hard for you to buy. What's that? What's the favorite car that terrorists like or vehicle? Is that Toyota? Is it Toyota?
How are they even buying these cars? Do you
Yeah.
understand? Are these cars
But
going on the black market? Are
how
they
you
buying them
buying?
second
How you
hand?
buying guns?
How are you buying guns? Who's supplying
Bro,
the guns?
these guys have Starlink modems. All of them, they have Starlink routers. Like all
Why
these
can't we
cells.
track these things?
Oh, bro, leave out for Matthias.
Minister of Com said they are using
A drone.
they're using high level equipment that we can't track because these guys are on a network, right?
Yes,
Why
now.
can't we track it?
Are they on the black? Are they on the black? No, no, they're not on the dark web. No, come on.
They are using internet. We can't track it. These guys are on TikTok.
Yes, they make TikTok videos, and you say you can't track it at the end of the day. Well,
Who's supplying the guns? Which route are they buying the guns from? Where is that? There's so many things to
yeah, there are so many supply chains that you can cut off if you just follow it, but you know, it
make
is
you
what
live
it
on
is.
like salad, have you? All right,
Yeah,
man. This other story is quite interesting, and I wanted you guys' feedback on this because I don't agree with what is going on here, even though I think lessons need to be learned, right?
yeah.
This is an internet troll has been sentenced to 2 years in
Oh
prison
yeah, 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 yeah.
for defamatory posts about singer and entertainer Adekunle Gold, and his family. A Nigerian
Yes.
court has sentenced social media user Samuel Adeboye Adeyeye, popularly known as Swanky underscore concept, to 2 years imprisonment over false claims about Adekunle Gold and Simi's daughter. Adeyeye was convicted over a viral post in which he falsely insinuated that the couple's daughter, Deja, had passed away. This is crazy. Why would you do that?
First of all, Nigerians are, these are the banger issues we're talking about. People are very unhinged, you know. There's another case. I don't know if that's going to court yet, but the person is in detention where he's made certain allegations towards a bank CEO and his family.
Do you understand? And the daughter, and then said, I think the daughter has HIV or something. I'm like, what's going on?
And I'm like, bro, you can't make certain allegations and I think you can get scot free from it at the end of the day. This behavior where people can just tweet nonsense about you and your family needs to stop. It needs to stop. It's becoming very alarming. And they do it because one, they need to go viral. And by the end of the month, you know, daddy will pay. You know, daddy Elon will pay.
And then Elon Musk will pay. You know, but it's crazy. But let's deep dive into this story, right? This is reported by Pulse.
Yeah.
They even put the guy's picture. Look at the guy.
Yes, no. See him now. You gonna say now how work? This boy now, hustling boy now.
Samuel Adeyeye was sentenced to 2 years in imprisonment. 2 years imprisonment. Pleaded guilty to spreading false information online. The viral post falsely claimed the singer and his wife's child had passed away. The case has sparked conversations.
Oh yeah,
around cyberbullying and misinformation. Bruv,
it's getting active now. People are coming for their shit, bro. It's not play anymore. You talk shit, you get banned. But 2 years,
2 years for misinformation. So I think the major question here now, right? The major conversation going on after this court ruling is: shouldn't this be a civil case? Why is it a criminal case and not a civil suit case? Why is it a criminal case and not a civil case?
I had this question on Samson said, according to the Cybercrime Act,
yes,
the recent one, that you can become a criminal case. I didn't know that.
Apparently, they enacted the cybercrime,
cyberbullying.
Yeah, the cybercrime law. There's the cybercrime. Well, I don't know. Steve, do you have access? What's wrong with Steve's camera?
He said his laptop froze or something.
No, well, he's back, but he's just blurred. I'm trying to look at the cybercrime law in Nigeria and just read it out because it's a. Thank you. The Cybercrime Act 2024.
Yeah.
The Cybercrime Act 2024, right? The law establishes strict consequences for various digital infractions: computer fraud and hacking, cyber stalking, sending messages known to be false with the intent to cause annoyance, insult, injury, or needless anxiety in an offense. It's an offense, rather. Conviction carries a penalty of up to 3 years in prison, a 7 million naira fine, or both. You also have electronic money transfer fraud. Those three. But like the one we're now focusing on is cyber stalking, right?
Yeah.
So you cyber stalk someone, in this case, with the intent to what? Cause annoyance, insult, injury, or needless anxiety. By doing what? By spreading or sending messages known to be false.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you banger boys and banger girls.
They're coming for you now, man. They're coming for you guys.
It usually used to start with like all the stands and the fans. They would troll, the big tree that this person's child has died, or this person, they used to do some really crazy stuff.
But some really dark, annoying things.
I've been seeing it. I saw another one recently. I don't know. I think the boy has eventually deleted it, but they've caught his information already, where he alleged that files might be the father of someone else's child.
Yes.
You can't go and say stuff like this.
You can't say wild shit like that.
It is crazy.
Those days have gone, bro.
Ayo, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
In this case,
2 years, bro. Kai.
right? Should this actually be under the cyber stalking and sending messages known to be false with the intent to what? To annoy, insult, injure, or cause needless anxiety, right? Should this be a criminal offense that can land you up to 3 years in prison?
In other countries, no, it should not, because this is libel. This is a civil case at the end of the day. But we know that the reason why this particular act was passed was because of politicians. Politicians push for this a lot because you know why? Because Nigerians say things about politicians online, they don't like it, so they're looking for how to get a clap back. Now, people don't know that this cannot be used by celebrities when people now make certain rumors against them or certain allegations towards them. And we've seen a clear example, with what happened with Adekunle Gold and his wife, pressing this further to the full extent of the law. The Jimovia one too is there, and that guy is probably going to do to another 2 or 3 years. So I think it's a way to curb issues like this. Now in Nigeria, before this cyber, this ruling or this act, people used to say the wildest things, and celebrities used to let it go because one, the court issue is going to drag and drag and drag at the end of the day. So what's the point? Even if the court says, "Oh, you're meant to pay so person for libel," it's not going to happen. So you need stricter and sterner punishment, and this is why this applies to Nigeria. But 2 years for this I think, is a bit too much. I think 6 months with community service added is fine. But 2 years in the Nigerian prison system, that person is not coming out the same way again. At the end of the day, it's just sad that we have to go down this route. But lessons have to be learned. Somebody has to be made an example of, unfortunately. And
yeah, I think 2 years is a lot, man.
Yeah, 2 years is a lot. I think 6 months.
Jonathan, 2 years in a Nigerian prison is crazy.
It's long, bro.
He's going to come out a changed person entirely.
It's going to be. I don't think this is going to reform anybody.
And I mean, the law is like an umbrella, so it covers everything, right? Because you look at the intent. The intent is just a banger boy trying to make money, trying to get views to make money, right? There was no intent. But the thing is that, hey, like, cause and effects, right?
You've done it, bro.
Well, the thing is, you've done it. You were doing it for this, for one reason. There was no, the intent is malicious, but the intent is to make money, right?
Yeah.
Versus, I'm trying to break up a marriage or trying to cause pain to this person. Do you understand? That might be the argument from the banger boy or the banger boy's representation. The problem with that is you are inadvertently doing that anyways, even though even though that's not your intent. You are causing pain, panic, anxiety, even though you don't feel like that wasn't your intent. You just wanted to make money off a tweet. But you're doing that already. And if you're doing that already, then I'm sorry. It covers.
You got to go.
You got to go. But 2 years, I think 2 years is a lot, man.
Yeah,
I think 2 years is a lot.
We know that nobody's going to get reformed over that at the end of the day, man.
I think 2 years is a lot. I think if you go to jail for 6 months for stuff like this, and this is up to the judge's discretion, right? Like if I was the judge and said, this is just a banger boy.
First time I found that,
you know what?
I want to believe,
Yeah. Go to jail for 6 months.
Yeah. Just go clear your head.
I don't think it's clearing his head there. But a lot of people have been championing this because, again, people don't like banger boys and banger girls on social media and all of that, right?
They've said a lot of bad things.
But shout out to Safi the Sage, Ali, aka at Safi the Sage on Twitter, who put out a tweet, right? Yeah. Also looking at the other side of things. And you just mentioned that, Ayo. Anyways, I'm going to withhold the name of the person he's talking about because that person has been championing this and discussing it on social. Anyways, it says this person is making a moot argument because this person imagines the Cybercrimes Amended Act of 2024 solely exists to protect women, minors, and disadvantaged groups and only applies in a specific case like this. It doesn't. It's under the same act that the DSS has filed charges against Omoyele Sowore, alleging that he effectively is bullying the president because he has social media posts where he called the president a criminal. So the idea that the law only applies to irritants online is stupid. This person believes that and has tweeted that Nigerians did not make Tinubu president and that we are hostages, effectively saying that Tinubu stole the election. Should this person be in jail for what is essentially false, defamatory, statements capable of inciting public disorder? This person has said with no proof that he has enriched himself, that is, the president has enriched himself and his family with funds from Lagos State. This person has referred to his wife as a menace and has said that his sons run all the major billboards in Lagos. Does this not constitute harassment under the same act? Multiple tweets spanning about the president and his family, even when he was a private citizen. If the DSS brings charges for cyber stalking, will we not consider it outrageous? This is how easy it is to get everyone you love jailed under the same act you are cheering. Do you understand?
Well, yeah.
Like Ayo, you rightly said, this act was initially created because you wanted to people in political space wanted to deal with their critics and people that they believe can incite some form of protest with what they say on social media.
Yeah.
And that's why this cyber, what you might call it, the cybercrime legislation, they call it the Cybercrime Prohibition Prevention etc. Act of 2015. That's why it was amended in 2024 to tackle these things.
Yeah, to tackle this issue.
While you can use it, to deal with the banger boys and banger girls on social media,
it also exists as an oppression tool. Yeah.
To you, who has been championing, and from your own perspective, rightfully so. Do you understand? You have every right to claim what you are claiming if it's right, if you can prove it, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that same law can be used against you, and then when they throw you into jail for 2 to 3 years,
no crime.
Is it going to be fair? And that's why, for me, honestly, I would revert this, in my opinion, to a civil suit. I'm telling you,
but
because it's dangerous, bro.
How strong is your civil suit at the end of the
Guys.
day? Knowing your weak legal structure in this country.
Okay, that's one. Steve, hold on. Number 2 is, in this case with Adekunle Gold now, right? With the whole story of Adekunle Gold and this swanky concept. If you sue this person for what, 10 million naira, the picture of who I saw, this person does not have 1 million naira.
Yeah, let's refer to the case between Cardi B and that blogger that said shit about her, and now she has to pay. You can clearly see this is a system that works. Any small money you are having, it's going straight to Cardi B, straight up. But in Nigeria, we know it's not going to work. We know. So we still have to go back to this legal issue. But I think the 2 years, I think it should have been 6 months at the most.
Steve, you wanted to say something?
Who is prosecuting this guy? Is it the state or Adekunle Gold himself?
It will be the state in this.
Because if it's the states can make an argument that this is something against the minor.
No, not against the minor. The person said, the person said that the child of this couple has passed away.
Exactly. So that's the minor.
But it's not. No, in
it's
this
not
case,
an act. It's not an act against the minor. You are stating. This is just stating false news.
It's an act against the minor. It's an act against the minor. I'm sorry.
How? You're saying if the minor grows up, the minor can read the story and have anxiety. Is that your angle? No, I'm just looking at the angle. If that's your angle, because that's not, because the people who are affected here are the parents of the person, of the child that has been alleged to have passed away. So it would be.
This thing is not just feeling. It's just the arguments that you can make in court. It can be argued that the victim was a minor. It can be argued that way.
And then it will be argued back how for you to prove that the victim is a minor just because you are peddling fake news.
Steve, I think the angle you are going at, right, fits the other case that is in court right now with our billionaire party.
With the billionaire banker.
Yeah, because the allegations that person made was towards the daughter, who I still believe is a minor or still very young. So
Yeah.
yes, that one, yes, but not this. I don't think this case of Adekunle Gold and Ansemi, I don't think it's against the minor. But what do I know? I didn't study law. I just studied mass communication.
I mean, anything is anything. I understand what Steve is saying. You can throw anything at it and argue it
Yeah,
out. Is if you
and
can
if it
just
lands, it
prove
lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it lands, it
If you can,
lands.
you can prove that the child in this scenario, and how the child is. How old is the child? Maybe what, 3, 4, 5, 6?
I don't know. I can't say.
Like maybe like 4, right? Because she did Duduke in what, 2020, right? So like say the child is 5
6
or 6.
6.
Say
Yeah.
the child is 6. The child picked up an iPad and saw the story. It's possible. You can argue it.
Yeah.
At 6, my daughter was using,
Yeah,
was
it depends.
Googling,
Yeah.
was
If
Googling
you have
my
a
name.
if you have a good lawyer, man.
Yeah, so if you can allege that yes, she Googled her dad's name and she read the story and then had a panic attack. That's you are right, actually. But in this case, I think they went for the strongest thing, and then they got the only thing. See, the only silver lining I see here is that Banga boys and girls will chill
for a minute.
They've not chilled though, because I saw one on the video yesterday.
No, trust me. If Davido wants to take it up, he go even pass waiting. If that one go even pass normal. So it all depends.
Do these people think they can't be found?
with their so-called burner accounts.
Let me explain, guys. With your burner account, this thing is very simple. It's one email, right? Just one email to the telecoms provider. They send you. This thing is very easy. They send
very traceable.
They send your username. Everything is traceable. Which phone you are using, where you are tweeting from, your location, the SIM card you are using, the IMEI number of the phone you are using.
BVN,
do you understand? Everything, this data can be easily spooled out and then they will track you. It's not hard. You are not anonymous because you opened a Twitter account and you didn't use your real name. You are not anonymous. This is 15 minutes walk and then you are found.
It's easy work for them. Easy.
It's easy work. You are traceable. Don't think you're anonymous. Now, 2 years. You get there, they'll ask you, what do you do? Me, I keep person. Me, I steal. Me, what do I mean? I was a banger boy. You're in trouble.
No, that guy's gonna be oppressed in prison. That one's definitely. That one's not. That guy I saw was not built for prison. It's not built for prison at all.
So this will stop. You know what? What is also going to stop?
Well,
apart from the banger boys and stuff, all the other like bloggers who just pick up fake stories and just put things out. This is also going to be a big problem.
Yeah, you have to double check every story now.
Yeah, like this thing needs to be curtailed. To be honest, like
people need to chill.
People need to chill. Everybody needs to chill.
As you expect in Nigeria, this thing is going to be abused very soon.
You're saying very, very soon. What is already facing now? You're saying very, very soon.
Sure, of course. There's this popular couple online, right, who started out as banger boys and banger girls and then rebranded to where they are. There has been somebody who was poking at them, especially the wife, and are poking, and they got the guy. They picked the guy up and got him arrested. So it's been happening. A lot has been happening. You have to watch what you say. You have to watch what you say because it's there. It's 3 years. It's up to 3 years, guys. Or 7 million naira. If you have 7 million naira, you pay. And that's all. It's not or both. You can actually even go to prison and still pay the money.
Double wala.
So I don't know, but for me, I think I think this should be like reverted to like civil suits and not criminal for me. Because it's slippery slope, man.
But you have to make sure that the judiciary there's a huge reform in the judiciary.
You're right.
And collective society where people are held responsible for what they say.
Okay, you're right, because if you can't pay 7 million naira, if I sue you for like maybe 10 million and the court says, 10 million or 15 million naira, you need to pay these people for what you said, and you don't have the money, how do you go around it? You understand? Like, does the court provide money, do you a job, and then for the rest of your life, you're paying that money back?
Yeah,
Like,
paying.
how does
Yeah,
it work?
you get a job, and every money you make is going towards that.
You know, if you can't pay it, are they then going to lock you up? You know, like, you are right. You know, in a civil suit, it can go on, and you just keep doing court appearances, but there's no like strong penalty. The thing
Yeah.
about this one, you know what? I take it back. I think we need this for a minute, and then maybe they can revert it.
Yeah,
Do you
for a
understand?
small minute, make everybody just make that brain, make everybody calm.
Yeah, because you can't just come out and just say crazy stuff.
Come on now.
I don't know. Anyways, that's it. That's it. Let's get into fan mail. Are you guys ready?
Yuzu.
Let's do fan mail. Let's do this week in history before we do fan mail. Let's do this week in history. What happened in history this week? We're in the month of May. In the month of May. In the month of May.
I hope nobody died this week.
This week in history. This week in history, May 12, 1987, General Ibrahim Babangida announced that the University of Ife would be renamed Obafemi Awolowo University in honor of the first premier of the Western region. The announcement came 3 days after Awolowo's death as a tribute to his legacy.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of renaming universities though, but for someone like Obafemi Awolowo, I think, it deserves, that honor.
I wasn't well, I was alive in 1987, but like I don't know what the feedback was from students at that time. You know how they almost changed the University of Lagos to
and we clapped back at that guy.
no,
to
what
more
did
lag. More lag.
Yeah,
Moshood
Abiola
yeah.
University or
He wanted
whatever.
he wanted to honor the memory of MK.
Abiola and the students of University of Lagos staged the whole protest on Third Milan Bridge.
Also, the alumni, people who graduated from Unilag, who are now sons, whipped up a case under 24 hours, sharp. All the sons have gone through Unilag and said this is not possible. So my guy retracted.
Have they not changed Unilag's name recently too?
No, it's still Unilag.
Unilag, okay.
Yeah, it's the University of Lagos, not changing.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that one day somebody's going to rise and say, we should honor somebody and call it the Bola Ahmed University, Bola Ahmed Tinubu University.
And let me tell you something, guys. There's not going to be any more major pushback.
No, that one, they're not going to pushback. Not going to do that one, no. Because we're going to go finesse them. Oh my lord!
There's not going to be a major pushback. Let me tell you about that one.
The finesse, but I think it's Lasso. They should change that. Lasso is more of a state, so just give it to Lasso. They change it to.
What is Olu name after himself? He named something after himself.
I know he named one pitch on the way to the island. It was named after him. I don't know what he named after himself after that. Shabo.
You use state funds to do something, and they will name it after you.
That's the most accurate shit. I think the trend of renaming universities to a popular politician in that state is whack. Give them a building or something or a department. But come on, that's how they spot Ogun State University also had also was so nice. They wanted to Olabisi, who is on Onabanjo? Who gives a fuck about that? Who be that one?
Yeah, there's a road in a community road in Akoka that is reportedly named Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu Road.
That's so tacky.
Someone is still in office and then you name. Come on, man. Come on. I don't know. Anyways, that was this week in history. Also, this week in history, the National Assembly killed Obasanjo's dream. May 16, 2006. May 16, 2006. What happened? The Senate voted against a constitutional amendment bill that would have allowed President Olusegun Obasanjo to run for a third term in office. When Senate President Ken Nnamani put the bill to a voice vote, it was decisively defeated by senators opposed to the third term agenda. Obasanjo left office the following year after the completion of his second term in office. The rejection of the bill sparked spontaneous celebrations on the Senate floor. Among those present to applaud the outcome were 4 former governors, Lam Adesina, Niyi Adebayo, Segun Oshoba, and BC Akonde. Oh man, Obasanjo really wanted to finesse his way into a third term, man. Why do we still look at this guy as a hero then?
Have you read El-Rufai's book, The Accidental Public Servant?
No.
Yeah.
He gives a reason why, or the people who pushed Obasanjo to get a third term. Some of them are our favorite. Today, they are our favorite entrepreneurs doing TED Talks and flying over the world. The reason why they wanted him was that they wanted the third term was that, look, Baba, you've already done 2 terms. Our business is booming for us. We don't trust the next. Yeah, we don't trust the third. We don't trust anybody else that's going to come. You might scatter things. So for us to enjoy this, this era of profitability that we are seeing, I think you should do another 4. And Baba tried it, but
But what is what he tried? He went through the legal process, the constitutional process. He did, yes, and he failed. That's it. That's it. It's not as if he tried to.
Yeah, spoil, thief now.
Exactly, exactly.
That's the
That's a very good way to put it.
Yeah, you ran constitutionally, you put it through, you submitted the bill, they turned down the bill, you moved on.
That's it. You went to
you swallowed your humble pie. I think
he wasn't authoritarian about it. He didn't try to be authoritarian about it. He tried to follow constitutional, but he couldn't do it then. Yeah.
And kudos to Nigerian democracy.
That's why you have to be scared, because if our current guy says he wants to do it, there's no process, there's no institution set up to stop him.
But as the same president will just land that once.
The same president himself will first happy. Bobby will start his speech by, "This is a great day for Nigeria."
As always. It's always a great day for Nigeria.
This is a great day for Nigerians. It's something that is very welcome.
Exactly. So,
but kudos to Nigerian democracy, because like we've seen around our fellow African brothers, it's very easy for democratically elected presidents to extend their tenure. And Nigerian democracy...
Knock on wood, bro. Just knock on wood.
For now.
Now when you don't talk, just knock on wood.
Because our neighbors in the East, a 98-year-old man is the president. And has apparently appointed his son as vice president. So,
who, Musveni?
No, our brothers in the East.
Cameroon.
Cameroon, Bia.
Yeah.
Bia and Musveni, man, they don't want to go.
See, Africa is littered with presidents that don't want to go. Mugabe had to force that man to leave.
There's also another one. I think it's Sierra Leone or Senegal. There's 1, 2 there.
There's one in Togo now.
Yeah, one in Togo. Man.
So Nigeria, as we did now, Baba, see, anything you want to do, just do your 2 years, 2 terms, enjoy what you want to enjoy. They go house. That third term thing, bro, I don't know, man. I don't think it's possible.
You don't think it's possible?
No, it's possible, but I think what they should do is governor third term. I think they should extend state governors to third term.
What's wrong with Ayo? What's Ayo saying?
State governors deserve to... Bro, if you want to do state development, you can't use 8 years.
Yeah, Ayo just dropped this one on us like that.
Just dropped it and moved on. Don't stop that thing, bro.
Wait. Okay. Ayo, you believe that there should be third term for governors?
Yes, but my fear is Nigeria we're not politically sensible people.
Oh, you think governors require at least 12 years to impact
their states?
You think it cannot be done in 8 years?
It can't be done in 8 years. True development is 25 years. But you can't tell someone to stay there for 25 years. So you need at least 12 years.
You do understand that this can also go the other way.
See, I have an example.
Which is somebody can regress a state for 12 years as well. Imagine Ikpeazu.
No, not Ikpeazu.
12 years in it. Look what Ikpeazu did in who?
It's Wike. Imagine Wike 12 years in a state. It's gone. Nothing did that state.
Actually,
the wealth that he's going to acquire.
Ikpeazu is worse than Wike. You people Wike is going to acquire well, but some things will get done. Ikpeazu is just
road.
You people didn't go to Abia State. I went to Abia State. This guy didn't do the state just went. It's almost like he wasn't there.
It just went free fall. It was a free fall.
Just free fall. Like, I don't care, whatever. Look at what OT is doing now, right? What OT is doing now is just the basics, but it looks like a superhero.
He's even cleaning up what the previous governor didn't do.
So these 12 years you're talking about, my brother, it's a very, because for me, take it down to 4 years. The problem we have is continuity. Can the next guy come in and just continue from where the last guy stopped?
It can't. We've seen it. Even parties.
Can we sign? Can we enact something into law where we sign what they call a continuous improvement program, where it is compulsory if the state, because we keep hinging everything on one individual, while there's a whole state that has built a master plan. And if a whole state has built a master plan, irrespective of the governor, you have to come in there and continue with that master plan. For you to deviate away from that master plan, it should be that you've also, you've done a deep level research to prove that the direction of the current master plan won't work in the next 25. You understand what I'm saying? So if you've created a 25-year master plan, irrespective of who comes into power, your job is just to continue it. It's like football and the coach and the manager, right? Mm-hmm. It's like Florentino Perez is there, and
the manager
want
can
to do. We want to create a
galactical
system, irrespective of who comes in. This is what we want. Look at what they are doing in Barcelona. We are going to focus heavily on our academy system and usher in most of the players through that system. Pedri, Gavi, etc., all those guys. And then we will go and get one or two other players. We do not do the Galactico here, but we'll get one or two other players that can fit into the system. All we want to do is win leagues. We want to borrow against our future. That's the only way we can get out of it. And so irrespective of the manager that comes in, that person just continues that mandate. That is what we need to do in states. Oh, new governor in, there's a current master plan. Your job is to continue it.
Well, Osagie, you're underestimating the greed of Nigerian politicians. Let's say now, we all know Lagos has a master plan, even though I've not seen this master plan before, right? And somehow, by miracle, a new governor enters. And also, the majority of the state senate also changes from APC to a new one. All it takes is for the governor to say, guys, we are not going with this current master plan, we're changing to another one. All in favor say aye. And they'll say aye. And they'll change the master plan like that, and you have a new master plan. So Nigerian politicians have a way to fix everything at the end of the day.
I don't know. All I know is that whoever comes in and wants to do the right thing, nobody's going to be happy with that person.
Oh, definitely.
That's why this whole Peter Obi thing that people really want Peter Obi. People are, I want Peter Obi. I love Peter Obi. I want him to be the president, but it's going to be tough. It's a tough
battle.
I hope we're ready. And Nathan John said something a few weeks ago.
Ready for us.
Ready to cut the cost on things. Do you understand? You know what? This question Steve asked is very, very interesting, because this ready for what is actually not even the average man. It's the people that have been benefiting of the corrupt system. Do you understand? So this ready for what? We have been ready since. In fact, we've been cutting costs and everything. We have, you are right, Steve. It's not us actually. It's the people that are benefiting from the corrupt system. And as John said, the unfortunate fact about Nigeria is that any person who is able to actually change things will be, at least in the short run, deeply unpopular with the people, because Nigerians have become so used to dysfunction that they will protest if they suddenly have to do things the right way. If you take away their ability to lean on tribal or religious bias, take away the ability to fast track things or circumvent procedures with bribes, any serious leader will have to be tough and uncompromising, not just with the political elite, but also with the masses who are stuck in their tribalism, religious bigotry, and superstitions. 100% correct. I'll give you a great example. If you have somebody who comes in and says, Nigerians don't know how to drive well because they've not been tested, they've not been taught and tested how to drive. So here's what we're doing. we're going to revoke everybody's driving license, and everybody will have to go through mandatory classes to earn their driving license back. You know what is going to happen now?
First of all, you are going to shock that process, because the driving license system, whoever is in charge of, like maybe FRC, right? Bro, you're going to crash the system. If everybody's driver's license has to be revoked, you're going to crash that system. And
No, but I
FRC
can give a window. I can say this has to be done in 18 months.
Well, that one, Disha.
What has to be done in 18
Or
months?
2 years. Everybody needs to get a new driver's license in the next 2 years. There are mandatory schools that this need to happen, where you need to be taught and then you need to be tested.
Nigerians
all those trailers, all those people driving those trailers, they didn't go to driving school. Oh.
You're saying trailers?
No.
Downfall. Trailers are fine now. How many trailers are you using? Downfall.
Let's not repeat what you said last week. This is exactly the same thing that we talked about last week.
No, but I'm just saying, if that happens, there's going to be an uproar by everybody.
You can't even fix that problem.
So you're trying to tell me now that
first of all an illiteracy education problem.
Okay, so what are you trying to tell me now? You're trying to tell me now that we can't actually fix that problem. That the only way to fix that problem is the next set of licenses they give has to be like restructured. But you're saying the ones that have it now, there's nothing you can do about it.
You have to wait to those ones.
When you want to give out new licenses, what is the process and the requirements for those licenses? What are you building those licenses on top of? To start with, you don't even have road signs.
Do you even have good roads in the first place?
Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't even. Thanks. Do you have road signs in Nigeria?
Oh my God! You know what? I move on. Let's move on.
There's so many
like there's such a gap in the in fundamental infrastructure.
Exactly, and what you want to achieve.
Yeah, like training people for licenses is phase 2.
Exactly, it's just the test that you went to that you're talking about last week. Wasn't it road signs that you have to interpret and stuff like that?
Yes, no, like there's a million road signs, but I understand
exactly, and the road side is too plenty.
Road size choke.
He choke.
Even for road, the road size choke. It did there.
Yes.
So this thing you're saying, you're actually right, because you can't test me, or you can't test my driving. You can't test my driving ability
if something that does not exist.
Also, if there are no street lights.
And suddenly on frameworks
that traffic light or no traffic lights.
So there's so many layers that we need to go to first before we start saying how do you start like the process of even verifying, like verifying that people can drive.
Guys, that's why anybody that has to bring reform, and this is the thing that's the Herculean task. If you do not reform the civil service, you are not going anywhere in Nigeria. That is the truth. Because anything you want to do has to be engineered by them.
The institution, basically. That's the institution.
So you want to do new driver's license. My FRC is going to make money now. They're going to make bastard money. People will be paying kickbacks.
You're just going to mint new millionaires and new
wealth. You're going to enrich corrupt people.
It's not as if you're
some people will get the contract to build the schools. Some people will get the contract to do stuff. And
then,
we're still back
the teachers and the people will start taking bribes. Some people would not go to the school.
So the first thing anybody has to do, first of all, is to ensure the quality of people who work for the government. That is the first thing. Because, bro, any major thing you want to push is not going to work through them. It's not.
You're right. I give up. You guys are beating me into submission. I give up. All right, man. Let's go to fanmail. Let's start real quick. This is from Nas. Nas says, "Hello, Loose Talk family. It's Nas here. It's always a joy listening to the pod. I genuinely appreciate the new insights on different topics and how everyone is constantly trying to figure things out in real time. I think say not only me the worry, Sha. Before I get to my main point, well, I made this your main point because your main point has now become stale, because we've moved on. Your email is from a long time ago, so this is now your main point. It always makes me smile when Steve talks about stop signs and traffic lights. I relate so much. Sometimes when I'm driving and forget my glasses, I just know when a stop sign is coming up because I have been properly rewired. Now, Steve, I don't know if this will excite you as much as it excites me, But have you ever watched snowplows form up when leaving the garage? I tried to pass by Highway 427 or 407 just to try to watch them roll out information. You say Hamilton sometimes, so I assume you're in Ontario. I could be wrong. The coordination gives me pure joy. One of those days, you say you just want to go for a walk. Go find a snowplow garage and watch them drive out. If I was born here, I'm sure I would have been one of those kids on career day saying, I want to be a snowplow driver. It's an amazing watch. Osagie, you're the maths guy. Imagine the geometry and trigonometry involved in designing those machines. Till next time, thank you. Quick question, Mr. Dede. How has driving been so far since you started driving?
I don't know how to explain it. Let's not just go there again, please. It's always it raises a lot of questions in my head about where I'm coming from, and it's annoying.
How bad was it?
It's so bad, to be honest.
Have you broken any track? Have you been?
No. It's only the first day, like you said, like this guy mentioned. I was coming from Hamilton that day.
Yeah, and you were below the minimum speed.
So the reason I was below the minimum speed is because I kind of I was looking at the map and I lost because that was the first time I was driving on the highway. I didn't know if I missed my turn and stuff like that.
So you slowed down.
Slowed down a bit just to observe. A policeman noticed and came, and he was very, 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 very cautious. Friendly. He asked me if I was okay. I said yes. This is my dilemma. He said, "Oh, okay. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do." That's and yeah, that's He asked me if I had anything to drink. I said no. This is not alcohol issue at all. Fine. You get it. He spoke to me, but you could see that as he was talking to me, he was kind of observing me to gauge where I was in terms of my capabilities to drive and stuff like that.
Mm.
He checked my license, and everything was good. He's like, okay, this is what you do, this is what you do. It happens. People who have not driven, who have not used this road, who are not familiar with the road, this is what happens and stuff like that. So yeah, he just told me, take care of it, have a nice night. That was it. I think the first thing that gives me confidence on the road is the process, the process of getting the license that we've discussed so far. Going to my knowledge tests, going to a drive test, just the process. It gives you that confidence that everybody on the road knows what they're doing. And when you're driving, you see that people know what they're doing. And you have to do what you're supposed to do so you're not at fault for something that's going to happen. Because if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be at fault because everybody is programmed to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like
exactly.
Here, right?
So you are careful.
You're very careful. Over here, the most accidents happen at the junction because it's at the junction that the rules come into play a lot, and that's where most cars converge. So priority road, non-priority road, who's meant to go first, right of way,
stuff like that.
And people that don't know that, you would cause an accident.
You cause an accident, and you don't want to be the cause, and especially because once you cause an accident and it's your fault, then your insurance rate goes up. So you have to be very careful. And I'm good. I'm a very observant driver too, so I'm good.
That's good.
It's just been like I mentioned before. And I think that's what the guy heard and wrote this mail. I get to a stop sign and I look around the area and I tell myself, "Oh, it makes sense that there's a stop sign. Like everything just makes sense." Like you just look at it and people who design this, they have sense. They have brain.
That is called, Steve.
What is it called?
Urban and regional planning.
Oh.
That's why you studied now, Abi.
No. I is very passionate about it. I did my stuff. I is very passionate about it. Yeah, I is an amateur. It's Lagos that has sent Ayo into that.
Into that white goose.
When you're confused about something, When you're bothered about
Start
something, you start
researching
researching. Exactly.
Oh,
You're
well,
like,
you
how
enter
do
a rabbit
people
hole.
do it? You know?
Then if you come over here, like where I am, you're really going to enjoy it because
Bro, I
Too
Google
much.
cities I Google cities around the world just to see
No, Ayo does it. Ayo
sanity.
research
Yeah.
cities around the world.
If
Yeah,
it, like, Netherlands here is a bicycle country,
Bro,
right?
I've researched Amsterdam. Why Amsterdam is one of the best design cities in the world.
It's
So
crazy,
that
bro.
I want to know that maybe what I'm thinking about for Lagos is not just impossible. Maybe white people
So that's
think are
so
suffering.
you to
I
confirm
don't
that you're
even
not
think,
mad.
Bro,
with the way Lagos is designed, it will cost billions to turn it into a bicycle city. You can't
it's
do
not
it
gonna be,
anymore.
it can't be a bicycle city. Our best bet is
Bro,
Tokyo.
let's make it
Tokyo.
into a walking city first.
Yes.
Make it Tokyo. The way Tokyo is designed.
Yes.
That's
How is
closest we can.
Tokyo? How is Tokyo designed?
Tokyo is designed for mass transit.
Yes.
So it is it has the most punctual mass transit system in the world. If you take a bus and you're meant to be there by 10 o'clock, it's going to be there by 10 o'clock. Now, to ensure they reduce cars, private car owners, there are a lot of tolls on the roads. So the amount of money you pay,
driving is expensive. Yeah,
it's very expensive unless you are that wealthy. So it now makes sense because the mass transit is there and it's on time, it's clean, it's dependable,
and it's conducive, it's comfortable.
It's conducive. So why do I need to go
to drive
a car that will take me longer because I'm stopping at tolls to pay? I just use that at the end of the day. Then also in Tokyo, they build horizontally. They don't build vertically. Most of their buildings are horizontal because they want to save space. They want to save land. That's what we have to, and the other things they do, but that is just basically it. But Lagos, I think we have more nightclubs than than anything at this point. That's a sad thing.
All right, let's go to the next fan mail. This is from Anonymous. Anonymous has random questions. Hi guys, I'm a vivid listener of the show since the relaunch, and I would like to raise some quick questions. Forgive me, as they will be short and sweet because I know you don't have much time. First, I would like to encourage more Nigerians, especially millennials, to try and go out to concerts because you never know what the future holds. Almost a year ago, I saw Nas live during his tour in Edinburgh, and even though I am more of a Jay-Z fan, seeing Nas perform was truly phenomenal. The highlight of my night was him performing the Stillmatic intro. Oh, we just talked about it. That performance transported me back to Lagos, buying the pirated CD. Shout out to Big Boss Jigga Man. Listening to the album with my friends and seeing Nas right in front of me in the flesh was truly emotional. I think going to concerts was not part of our culture as millennials. This made me regret that, although I had lived in the UK for almost 20 years, this is the first concert I've ever gone to. I regret not seeing R. Kelly, DMX, Kanye West, Diddy, and Jay-Z during their performing years. This might never happen again, as some of them are dead and some are cancelled. So to everyone, please try and see your artists before it's too late. P.S. I mean legends, not Afrobeat artists. Yeah. See, what he's saying there, super important. I'm also someone here, I've spent some years in this country, and I was talking to one of my friends, and he's going to see Nas, he's going to see Wu-Tang Clan, he's going to see a lot of people. And I'm in the same country, and I'm just, doing my own thing, recording my own podcast, working, my own family, like living different lives. There's so many things you can do. And that's why for me, when I saw the Femi Kuti concert, boom,
you have to snap it up.
Yeah, I had to go and say, let me get that. And I enjoyed it. It was really great experience. I also, West Side Gun is also here, I think in May or in June, right? And I bought the ticket.
Nice.
Yeah, but I looked at the timing and I had something to do, and so I sold the ticket again.
Yeah.
But like, that's the whole point. Like, you see big artists coming in, just go, man. I think Doja Cat is at the Belma Arena, the Ajax Stadium. She's going to do like 3 or 4 nights there. It's going to be massive.
Damn.
I contemplated buying it. I ended up not. But like, I just go out, man. Live. Look at what he said. It's been in UK for 20 years. R. Kelly, DMX, Kanye West, Diddy. Like, so many people you could have gone to watch there.
That's a healthy list of cancelled artists.
Actually, but like I understand this point, and it's something that
lucky you, guy. Shout out to you for writing to us. In this part of the world, we can't see artists because our artists have overpriced themselves from the market. So in the way Nigerians do things, we've adapted, and we now have raves where the DJs are the celebrities. So that's what we go to now. So if for all our Nigerian listeners, You want to go on side quests, go to raves, enjoy yourself, have a nice time. It's cheap. That's the cocoa of the matter. It's cheap. Don't
It's
worry, the drinks
affordable.
are
So it's
cheap.
affordable.
Sorry, it's affordable. Yes. But one day when one global artist comes to Nigeria again, I'll definitely jump on it. Praying that Jay-Z comes to Nigeria for something.
Let's continue with Anonymous. Anonymous says, first question, how come West Coast, Midwest, and Southern rap wasn't popular in Nigeria at all in the 1990s to mid 2000s? Thanks to technology, when I go through people like Master P, 36 Mafia, Too Short, and other regional artist discography from the 90s and early 2000s, I'm shocked. Most of these songs passed my radar, even though I was listening to radio and TV 24/7 in Nigeria during that period. It seems only East Coast rap was exposed to us in Nigeria. That's a good one. Ayo, do you want to take that?
Shout out to you, bro. Okay, we want to do small hip hop history. So a lot of the hip hop we consumed in Nigeria at that time in the 90s happened to be when the East Coast and the West Coast were dominating. So the hip hop industrial structure, whatever, were feeding us mostly hip hop from East Coast and West Coast. Also in America, there was a bias against Southern hip hop. So when you watch the Source Awards 90, the most infamous one, I believe, where they had the whole East Coast West Coast issue, Outkast won a category, and it was hosted in New York. And when they came out to not a great applause, right? And Andre 3000, funny enough, he'll be the one to say that, said that the South is coming, don't worry. And it took them probably 10 years in the mid 2000s for that to finally happen, with the likes of Ludacris, T.I., Young Jeezy, and the likes. They stole it at the end of the day. And they're the only ones selling records. So that is the reason why, if you check the history of hip hop, the South has always been there, from Uncle Luke to Master P to even Cash Money Records in 99. They've always been there. But there's just a bias that, Southern rappers are slow intellectually and they are not authentic rappers. And when hip hop was being exported, it favored, because the East Coast was just too huge. Look at what Bad Boy was doing in the 90s. Look at what Rockefeller was doing. Look at Rough Riders. Look at Def Jam. Then look at what Death Row was doing in the early 90s too. How could you have Dr. Dre, Snoop, and Tupac on the same label? Bro, they just dominated. They wouldn't outshined East Coast rap for a while. But when East Coast and West Coast sounds were totally mined fully, American hip hop had to turn to the South for creativity and for financial muscle, because at the end of the day, they're the only ones selling. But if you listen to somebody like Jay-Z had always been a fan of the South, from Big Pimpin' to even using Timbaland and all that. So that's what happened at the end of the day. If you dig deeper into your hip hop history, you see that the South has a lot of flavor.
Thank you very much, Ayo. That was a good breakdown. I also think it had to do with programming. Do you want to talk about like how, it depended on the DJs, the hosts, and all that getting music down here?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it wasn't Nigeria didn't just have that, smooth distribution of getting like, the niche hip hop sound. So they were focusing more, the DJs were focusing more on the big names, or the OAPs were focusing more on the big names at that time. When the South started getting popular, people started requesting for T.I., Young Jeezy. You could see the shift. In Alaba, it went from the East Coast, West Coast dominated rap albums to the Southern albums. People wanted to listen to T.I., people wanted to listen to Ludacris, Young Jeezy, and the likes of them at the end of the day. So that's the case, bro. Now the South is almost dead anyway, because Atlanta is on its last legs. So God knows where the next hotspot in America will be.
Yeah. However, I know, yes, this happened. East Coast was like bigger and all of that, but a lot of producers were also inspired by what was happening in the West Coast. And one producer that was huge back then was LD. And I remember talking to LD about it, because some of his productions were just very, very West Coasty. I don't know if you remember, right? So records like Dottier. You remember the
jealousy back. It's strictly IV, but we don't care. I got a bottle of Hypno and Cavassier. And if you wanna bounce us, I'm a dirty. There's a party at the club, jealousy back. It's strictly IV, but we don't care. I got a bottle of Hypno and Cavassier. And if you wanna bounce us, I'm a dirty. Make way, let's start the party. Shake it off and exercise your body. Work this, work that, hit it in the worst way. Pass me a bottle of juice, cause I'm thirsty. Jigga the Don Juan, come on, let's groove with them. Chicks all around, it's time to get smooth with them. I'm feeling the track, the room is packed. Let's dance cause the ace is back. I wanna get laid by the end of the night. I ain't gotta rush, why? Cause it's Friday night. I wanna touch his girl, her girl, my girl, your girl, and hope I don't get in a fight. Yo, you can't come up in my party, yo, empty-handed. You're not getting in if what you rock ain't branded. White tees, get out. Sneakers, get out. Style of class, you know we can't do without. Come on now, I'm just playing. I'm from the dirty south with girls bling and a dirty mouth. No time to hang around with Janelle and Shonda. I'm trying to scope the chick up in the VTEC Honda. There's a party at the club, jealousy back. It's strictly IV, but we don't care. I got a bottle of Hypno and Cavassier. And if you wanna bounce us, I'm a dirty.
Yeah. And then there's so many LD records where he's producing records and everything sounds so West Coast. I was looking for Rock the Mic now, but I think the album is...
Yeah.
I can't find the album anymore, the Tribe album. I don't know. It's not coming up again. I actually wanted to play Rock the Mic. Because Rock the Mic is a West Coast beat.
Very West Coast, yeah.
We rock the mic. You know, it's a West Coast beat. But I can't find it anymore. Yeah, so that's probably what most likely happened. Then he also says, I also wanted to give a shout out to Dr. G, HNIC of Club Train on Ray Power FM. Millennials owe him a lot. I started listening to his show in the year 2000 and continued until the mid 2000s when I traveled out of the country. I feel like he is an unsung hero and should be given credit for his contributions, exposing music or music of the world to Nigerians during the pre-internet era. I would love to get you guys to interview him and find out where he is or his Instagram page. Well, there's one thing we Nigerians know how to do, or not know how to do, is to give props to people who are pioneers, who did selfless work, and just expected like life to, or at least people to celebrate them for the selfless work they did. And that's why in Nigeria, as a Nigerian, you need to have some level of selfishness, protecting yourself. I always say it all the time. When I talk to journalists or writers who do amazing work, I'm like, what's your own long-term plan? What's your own long-term goal? I know you're doing this amazing stuff and everything, but like in the long term, people are not going to remember you for it, or are not. If you're not making money from it now, you have to find where you're going to make money so that you don't become like an old taker. So that you're not explaining. And this doesn't even have to just do with entertainment, finance. People that started things early and did it for the pure love of the game, they don't get rewarded. Whether it's the person who wrote the national anthem or composed the tune or designed the national flag, or you played football, represented your country on the highest level, people don't get rewarded. We know this already, so please take care of yourself. HNIC Dr. G, I have no idea where he is. I can ask around, but it'd be great to have a conversation with him. This is one of the pioneers of hip-hop music, just pushing hip-hop music in Nigeria, and did it for the pure love of the game. It was because of HNIC Dr. G's Club Rock Away show at the end of the month. That's the reason why I met Ayo. I probably
true that.
That's where Ayo and I met, because somebody said, you know what, this show I do on radio, I need a physical version happening once a month.
Version. Yeah.
And then he did it, he set it up, he put it on Facebook, we saw it, and that's where I met Ayo.
And we all ran there.
Me not meeting Ayo, bro, I don't even want to talk about.
That's a canon event. That's almost.
Do you know?
That's crazy.
Me not meeting Ayo. Yeah, Steve, are you listening to this? Because you are involved in this heavily.
Yeah, because Steve is in this storyline. He's in the
you are part of the butterfly effect. If you don't know, so I hope you are paying rapt attention right now.
Okay.
Not meeting Ayo. First of all, we're not even having this podcast. That's even the first thing, right? 1, 2, and I want to talk about the finality of things where we are right now. Me not meeting Ayo, let me just say it like this. I'm not where I am today in this country, Steve is not where he is wherever he is in Canada.
True that.
Yep.
Steve, do you agree?
That's how crazy life is.
That's how life works. Yeah.
I mean, it can be something else, can even be better.
It can be something else. It can be better. This particular
but this
moment,
version,
this version
is
doesn't
not happening.
I mean, I love this version so far because
Of
I've not seen
course.
other versions.
It's not happening because without Ayo, no net for you.
Ha.
Yeah.
And you and I met at net.
Yeah.
You and I didn't meet at net, but net was what like connected us like first. Then from there, like it's just crazy. The effect is
From there,
is
pulse,
just bad.
everything. Yeah.
The effect is so crazy.
It's so crazy. I'm thinking about it now. It's mad.
I'm feeling what's the word now? Like I'm thinking if the effect, because if he doesn't do the show,
G doesn't
almost everybody in the WhatsApp group, the direction is different. Almost all of us in that WhatsApp group.
Alone. It's true.
And that's why you have to shout out to Pioneers. Because what they put out there in the universe, you don't know what they are doing.
Just one show. He says, hey man, I'm doing a show. I want to do a physical show. And just because of that physical show that he did, I'm actually sitting where I'm. Nah, man. Nah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
That guy deserves an interview. The HNIC
It's
dog
crazy.
It's crazy.
An interview.
It's crazy. The butterfly effect. And for people who don't understand, right? Who don't know. Some will know, some don't know. Let me explain to you why it's important that Ayomide Tayo and Osagie Alunge meet. It is important because at some point, Ayo either calls me or sends a DM. I can't remember which one. I have to go and check my Twitter from 2010. He sends me a message and says, hey, Net is looking for an uploader because their current guy, who's the chief correspondent and does the uploading, is relocating to Abuja. They need someone who can upload. I know you run a blog. You run 2 blogs, actually. Is this something you want to do? Are you open to it? And I say, yes, I'm open to it. Because Chagoziem, shout out to Chagoziem, the chairman, called Ayo and said, Ayo, right? Am I right, Ayo? And says, I need somebody.
I think that's how the story went.
Imagine if Ayo says that. No, it was Chagoziem that reached you because you told me to DM Chagoziem or something.
Okay.
And then Chagoziem set up the meeting between myself and ATG.
Yeah.
So imagine if Ayo even says, oh, I'm available. There's another version of that. But you weren't available because you were working at Hip Hop World at the time, right?
Yeah.
So
that's the version, yeah.
Do you understand? Imagine there's a version where, because I believe in different multiple storylines, there's a version where Ayo says, oh, I'm available.
And it's universe.
Yeah.
And then Ayo goes and gets the job. And then Ayo goes to become the editor-in-chief at Pulse.
And the trajectory changes. Everything changes.
It's different.
It's different entirely.
It's
Osagie goes on to release 2 more albums.
That's crazy.
and I go on to review the album.
I call it trash. Do you understand?
And I come to NYC in Lagos and I don't meet an Osagie. I go and work in a bank in GTB.
It's the man. So I want to say thank you to HNIC Dr. G for creating a physical show because that's where I met Ayo. Randomly. Guys, I'm sorry.
It's
crazy.
Let's move on. It's just crazy. Just replaying everything is crazy. Replaying everything is crazy because let me tell you, I reconnected with I met my wife. No, do you know, bro?
That's true too. That's true.
Because my wife worked 1 month at Net.
Yeah.
When ATG was trying to do net radio before she ended up going to like work in an agency. And that time I just met her like colleagues. We didn't even date or anything. I ended up dating her like 5 years later or something, right?
Yeah, later.
But imagine, so I don't meet her. And if I don't meet her.
I remember the first day I saw her, she came to the office and I was trying to sleep and you guys were just making noise. Because she knows everybody in the office. So everybody was just gisting. She just brought noise to the office. I was like, who be this person? We just enter office. Everybody begin talk.
Do you understand? Life is crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
Life is crazy. And I'm also involved in Steve's family, but I'm not going to go into that details now.
Nice one.
Anyways, let's keep it moving. All right. An anonymous finishes up with saying also about the Nipo Afrobeat artist you discussed some months back that people don't know about. I want to say that Wale Davis, Tech from Show Them Camp, is a big time Nepo baby. I am speaking from first hand knowledge. Trust me, we know. We just forgot to mention. Trust me, we know.
Of course, you know. Do you know his grandfather is? Bro, I beg.
Trust me, we know. But shout out to Wale Davis and congratulations, you know, picking up how many awards at the AMVCs?
I think it was 5 or 4.
That's big, man. That's big.
Sweep.
I like to see people do things, move from, you know, one category of their life to another and do other things. So shout out to him and congratulations. All right, Dakpo is talking about politics. He says politics is local, especially in Nigeria. Hope you guys are doing well, amazing work, yada, yada, yada. I had to stop listening to the pressure group episode to send this mail. I personally feel like you guys have no idea of how complex politics and political processes that produce our leaders are. The system is so flawed and complex. You guys speak about Nigeria and the elected officials like governors, senators, and presidents as if it is getting a job as a manager of a company or a cashier. In the latter case, first you are hired and then you hire your own team and have your own KPIs, your goals and all of that. But when you hear the NTA declaration of a winner, you would expect something similar, right? Well, no, this is different. It was Professor Lumumba that said politics in Nigeria is a cutthroat business where throats are actually cut. First off, a president becomes a president by winning a presidential party primaries in a party like APC. First of all, before you get your name on that ballot, that is party primary election, you will, and this is in your words, bribe uneducated delegates and promise them much more there are much more uneducated family members' positions in your government. You will have that meeting with the NUPENG, Pengasin, and other trade unions, and they will make you promise them things that you will go against every single effing principle you have, and you will do it. Do you know why? They control the organized labor force, and this is a good chunk of your votes. You will get in bed with the governor of the states who are monsters, right? And do exactly what they ask of you. Again, you uneducated and hungry folks in their pockets, and they decide the results in their states. Just in case you think of coming in and turning into a saint, they will also ensure you have a track record of keeping to your word and delivering on your promises in minor positions earlier held. That is, if anyone would take you seriously, and the governor and delegates and senators will be busy on the field making sure that they rain fire and brimstone they promised you in return. So you know clearly they made you the electorate. Anyways, so now ask yourself, Osags, does this picture vividly describe the people you want to pressure? They decide what pressure is. People disappear. Mr. Onapasa, a staunch APC supporter and mobilizer that had a shouting match with El Rufai on Arise and came back months later to say Tinubu has failed and what Tinubu promised him he didn't get and he will expose them. Do you know what happened to Onapasa? He died mysteriously months ago. That's the level these people are playing at.
That's the ball.
You know what, Dakpo? I can't argue with you because from university politics that I witnessed with my Korokoro eyes,
the breeding ground for
do you understand?
Nigerian politics.
I witnessed departmental elections with my Korokoro eyes, 200 level, and what I saw, like I just mentioned, is a breeding ground of what happens on the national, local, state, and national level. If that was going on in university, I cannot even start to envisage what is going on, on the national level. So you're right, I agree. But can I can be a wishful thinker in this podcast, Dapo now. I can hope now. Hope is all I have.
Hope is what humanity has when everything has gone out of the box.
Hope is all I have. I can hope.
I will make a claim that leaders, they promise more to their political stakeholders than to the citizens.
Because that's the only way they can get in there.
That's exactly.
Because that's what matters now. That's what matters now. Yeah.
That's the only way you can get in there. If you don't do that, you are not getting in. You understand? We just have somebody now that came and said, I'm not tightening everything. Everybody, what do you want? This is what you want. Let's go. Let's go. There's not to go around. Let's go.
Baba, listen to Drake. Let's go.
So I can't argue with you, that, but you're right, 100% right. It's cutthroat. And like, Lumumba said, people's throat actually get cut. You are right. So what are we going to do? But I can hope. Dakpo, you can't take my hope away. You can take everything away, Dakpo, but you can't take my hope away.
Please don't take my hope.
I can hope. Please. Aziz is calling for assistance. Hi, Giants. Thank you for everything you do. I'm writing to humbly ask for help. My name is Samad Aziz, 25-year-old, currently squatting in Lagos. For the past 2 years, listening to your podcast has opened my mind in many ways. You have unknowingly become my online mentors. I come from a humble background, and survival has not been easy. I graduated from Yaba College of Technology. I have an ND Civil Engineering. And while in school, I worked as a food delivery dispatcher, cycling across Lagos from Yaba to Ojo, Lasu, Awoyaya, Aja, Ojuore, and toll gates just to survive and support myself. Bro, round of applause for this guy. Because all those places...
That's the working.
Cycling. My guy, Samad, well done. Despite the struggles, I graduated with an upper credit. Oh man, come on, give it to this guy. Because I am passionate about innovation and problem solving, I decided to upgrade my career by studying data science at Miva Open University. My goal is to combine data science and engineering to build solutions in infrastructure and urban development. Unfortunately, I'm currently unable to complete my school fees payment. My exams start on April 6th, and the total fee is 350,000. April 6th has long passed, right, as we know. So far, through personal effort, I've been able to gather 150,000. I'm still short of 200,000. If the Giants community can support me in any way, I'll be deeply grateful. Even more importantly, if there are opportunities for internship at entry level as a data analyst. I'm also a certified ALX data analyst, but breaking into the industry has been very difficult. Last year alone, I submitted 500 job applications, but unfortunately received mostly rejection emails. And he put his account details here. It's Sterling Bank 01361 80679. Samad Aziz. I'm going to read it again. Sterling Bank 01361 80679. Samad Aziz. Samad, I'm going to do my own personal contribution to you. And please, if you're listening, hey man, let's support Samad in every way we can. Please write back to me. I'm happy to also have like sessions with you to just give you an idea of how you can run your job applications. And I can say here, start with projects. How many projects have you done? It's not about getting certifications. It's about what you can do. And that is what entices hiring managers most times. I built this in which sector? Which sector do you want to work in? And what projects have you done in those sectors? Or I want to work in the finance space. Which models did you build? Which models have you built to say, oh, this is 2-3 projects I've worked on that can reduce cost of acquisition or calculate your cost of acquisition of customer, whatever it is, I don't know. We can go into details of it. But projects is what will get you in those doors, not certifications, even though it's important because that's how you're learning. So hit me up. You can write back to us again. But please, if you're listening, I am sure he still has to pay for his university, even if he paid for it, whatever. Let's support Samad Aziz, like I would be doing some personal contribution. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best, bro. This is from Victoria. Victoria says, "Let's start what we have come in the room to do." Yes. My name is Victoria. I've been listening to the podcast since 2017. First of all, a round of applause. 2017.
Oh, well, you try it.
That's 1.0, baby. That's Loose Talk 1.0, baby. That's when Steve was still wilding. She's been listening to the podcast since 2017. When I was serving in Lagos as a core member, this isn't the message about anything grand. I simply wanted to take a moment to say thank you. Over the years, the conversation and perspectives you share each week has meant a lot to me. It cannot be easy to consistently engage with the realities and complexities of Nigeria the way you do, yet you continue to show up and have these discussions thoughtfully and honestly. For many of you, us who listen, the commitment does not go unnoticed. Thank you very much. I also appreciate the fact that despite the pressures that come with public discourse, you have maintained your voice and integrity in a media space where a lot of content tends to revolve around entertainment or lighter subjects. It is refreshing and valuable to have platforms that are willing to engage critically with issues that affect the country and its people. I imagine there must be moments when the feedback or negativity can be discouraging. My sister, at times it has also been visits to our office back then. The feedback has included more than negative words and discouraging words.
Well, 30 men came our way.
Sorry, you said?
You said 30
men came our way.
Plenty men go fall again if you cross my lane. It says, especially when people say you focus too much on the problems. But from where I sit as a listener, the work you do matters. Conversations like the ones you facilitate are important, and there are not many people doing it in the way you do. So this message is simply one of appreciation. Thank you for the consistency, the honesty, and the effort you put in every episode. Please keep going. Warm regards. Thank you so much for the very kind words, Victoria.
Bless up. Thank you.
Very encouraging. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have an Ask the Giants. This is from Philmon. Philmon needs some advice. First off, thanks for the incredible work. Loose Talk is my favorite podcast. Recently graduated. I'm at a stage of my life where all three of you were a couple of years ago. I recently graduated from university and I have an entire life in front of me, and I need to be extremely sure of what I do next and the direction I take. Philmon, this is an exciting time of your life. Trust me, this is not the time to feel anxiety. This is not the time. I'm sure you're, bro, I love this time. This is the time where no F's given. Let's go. This is grind time, baby. Trust me. I don't know why I'm too excited for Philmon. Anyways, I studied something related to construction, but I don't love it. I don't have any passion for it. My passion lies in the music business. Philmon, you don't go spoil this thing. Philmon.
As what music business as what? Please, I want to know.
As what? Continue. Let's see. There might be something to it. Let's see.
No, I'm just kidding now. Philmon says my passion lies in the music business, and I've always had a conviction that if I work very hard, I can build a long, profitable, and sustainable career for myself. I've already made inroads into the industry and working to plant my feet in the industry. And so far, I believe I've done good work. I'm ready to do the work, and I want to work hard and be successful. On one of the previous episodes, Osagie mentioned in passing that he wanted to troll people currently working in music space because in about 2 to 3 years, music might not be paying as well as it does now, and they will have to pivot to something else. That comment stuck with me and got me thinking. For young professionals like me who are passionate about music and hoping to build a career in the industry, should we interpret that as a prediction that building the kind of long-term sustainable careers in the music business that you, ALT2, and Steve have achieved might no longer be realistic in the near future? I'm asking because I genuinely have a passion for music and would love to pursue a long and sustainable career in the music business, much like the paths that you three have built over the years. Thanks again for the conversations you guys keep having. They're genuinely impactful. Best regards. Philmon, this is a great email you sent, and I think where you are as a person, sending this email and just thinking about it and taking my own feedback, and thinking further about it, it's great. I have the best advice for you because you've mentioned some things about three of us now, right? I want to introduce you to a concept called loss leaders. Okay, what is called a loss leader? A loss leader, in fact, let me even Google it and read it. What is a loss leader? Fantastic. Wikipedia describes a loss leader as what? As a pricing strategy where a product is sold at a price below its market cost to simulate other sales of more profitable goods and services. With the sales promotion marketing strategy, a leader is any popular article that is sold at a low price to attract customers. In this case, let's contextualize it. You see, for the three of us, music business, the creative stuff that you saw, loose talk, past only, all this stuff in the music conferences, all these things, we didn't make money from it. We made money from being paid for being journalists.
First.
We had a day job. Do you understand? Where we're delivering editorial strategy, content curation, content creation. Like there was a full-fledged business and work that was so data-driven that could drive you crazy.
Yeah, you almost did.
This is what paid the bills. Then you see everything we did, we now layered it with this fun stuff that made it look like hanging out with the band and all these things and telling all these stories and going to the concert. We made all that fluff stuff so interesting that it pulled everybody in and made it look like that was what was the in thing. Do you understand?
This is such a fantastic analogy. Let's go, Osat. Let's go.
That's what you call a loss leader.
Yeah. If you think it was raining money, bruh, you'll be surprised though. Don't go.
Do you understand? So you have to look at it as and it's clear. See, there are always indicators. Follow the data. There are always indicators. There's a reason why I said at some point I need to leave journalism and that media space. I'll tell you why. I looked at the people that came before me. I have this conversation with Bayo Mishere all the time. Bayo Mishere, and I told him, I said, Bayo, you leaving the media space and relocating out of Nigeria was a strong indicator. I never told him then. We had the conversations later. When I just saw, HEG has a media arm. But
multiple businesses.
His other businesses are the ones bringing the money. We saw the books.
No, that was the earliest indication that.
That was the earliest indication. That was the indication. Seeing the businesses around the publishing.
Do you understand?
Hold on.
And the other ones were growing like monsters. And then the publishing was just,
guess what?
For me, carried along.
For me,
when publishing was the fun part. Yeah.
When I joined Hip Hop World, and I found out that it's the awards and the TV that were driving the magazine out. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, this writing doesn't look like it's going to be the cocoa at the end of the day. You have to go and find what is,
there needs to be something.
Yeah.
There needs to be something bigger.
You have to learn the business of it. Yeah.
When we worked at Pulse, right, and we're doing all that stuff at Pulse, there was another arm that was making a shitload of money. The digital business arm. It started later, but it started bringing in a lot of money as well. But Pulse was the biggest thing that would drag everybody in, and then we'll sell that service.
People. Yeah.
And then we'll sell that service to them, package it, bundle it, and sell that service to them. To the extent that we even created a creative agency within the whole thing because, bro, there was so much money to make because we kept bringing people in.
Yeah.
So when you get the Tiwa Savage exclusive interview, all those things is nice. 1.something million views.
Something is funding it. Something is funding it in the business model. That you
I want to break this down now to your music business. Who are the people in the music business that you see that are genuinely making money? I don't want to talk about what do you want to do? Is it manage? What?
Yeah, you didn't specify.
Yeah, that picture wasn't clear from
What is the vertical you are playing in? Are you managing artists?
Are you a producer?
Are you managing producers? Are you working as an executive?
Are you an event promoter? What
are you working in the marketing department?
Are you a talent promoter? Yeah.
Because don't bundle it together. Oh, I do this and I do that. It's nice to do everything on the lower level. Then as you grow, you build your own specialization. I understand.
You now narrow it down. Yeah.
But you have to start looking. Count 2, 3, 4, 5 people in that space that have been there in a decade and that you've seen grown in that space to the point where you can say, you know what, I want to do what this person is doing. Then look at the market. Look at the market. What are you selling? What is being sold in the market? Is it a commodity that everybody needs to buy? Yeah. If this is your strategy to then go into another space, I understand. You want to start this music business, you can do it. Oh, you've worked with this label, you've done this, you've broken this artist, then you end up going to work in MTN, and then you're working in the entertainment department in MTN. I get it. Because MTN now says, oh, we're launching this new thing. We have this new product that we're selling and it has to do with music. Oh, we need to get Philmon. Because Philmon is the top guy when he understands this thing. Do you understand? What's your long-term play? Because it's all exciting from the outside. You're connecting and everything. But I know people that have been connecting for the last decade and are still connecting till today.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people who were smart enough to cut through the noise and see where things need to be done. So you really need to sit down and draw your strategy and draw your long-term plan.
Yeah.
By year 5, this is what I expect to be doing. I expect to be working, either set up my own company that works as a third-party company to big corporations that pay me monthly to deliver a service. Right now, I'm in learning mode and I'm working with this person and that person. Another thing you need to do, it's great to work on your own in the music business, but if you really want to be in the core music business now, go and work for a company that is in the core music business and makes money from the core music business.
Yeah.
Go and work at the Chocolate City.
Yeah. A structured company.
Go and work at a structured company where you can learn how to be structured. So you can either set up your own or you build the necessary skills, because the music business in Nigeria is so unstructured, you don't learn anything. You learn stuff, but you don't learn the corporate of stuff. So when you now want to get into that space, you are not polished enough.
Yeah, you just say that you are busy for nothing. At the end of the day, you've done so much, but you know so little. At the end of the day,
so for policy,
I think that's a universal learning for anybody who wants to enter the music space. If you want to be successful, it's more than the music. You have to know the back end stuff. You have to know the bolts and nuts of the business at the end of the day. For every CEO that we've seen that is very, very has been successful in the music business globally, they know the accounting of the business, where the money is really being made. They know it in and out. It's very, very hard to bank your own future on talent. Talent is very flimsy. But the business of it at the end of the day is what is going to make you last. You can ask, like Osagie said, the chocolate cities. There's a reason why Adekunle is still in the business of music. Not necessarily in the talent side, but in the business of music. There's a reason why he's still there. So you have to learn the in and out. It looks very flashy. It looks very glamorous, but it takes a lot from you at the end of the day. And you don't want to be 10 years, 15 years down the road, and you're just being one of those veterans that, oh, you've seen everything, but you know nothing about it. So that's my own 2 cents.
Another thing I want to add, if you are going to be in the music business, you might as well just spread it to be in the entertainment business, my brother.
Bro, yes, in the Nigeria, just make it the entertainment business, bro.
You understand? You might as well just spread it. If you're going to do, say, music business, do everything. Nollywood, everything. Creator economy, everything. Do everything.
Promoter, talent, everything. Just let you booking. Yeah. There's a lot of money in booking, my guy. If you want to do that one, do it.
You know, and yeah, we wish you all the best. And in 2026, what can AI do for you?
Yeah, how can it accelerate you?
Yeah, think about it. Artificial intelligence. How can I apply this to any of the things I'm doing? Because it is going to become more important, and then you need to be the go-to guy. Oh, we need AI to build the AI. Man, we need to call Philemon. He and his guys know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Also, something I don't see a lot of Nigerian people do in the music space: understand what you're selling, understand the music you're selling, understand the history of everything. Because if you do not understand it, bro, you're just going to meet challenges. Know Nigerian music in and out, so that you're an expert on it. That also matters a lot.
what Iron said now is very important because it's a very good hack. I've gotten into doors because I understand the context of something.
Simple.
I understand the history of something because I just give you a little story on the history and how it relates to what is currently happening now and how we can solve it. And then you become the
go-to guy, the guru.
The go-to guy. Because this happened. So like 6 years ago, this issue happened. This is how it was solved. This is how we can do it. This is how we can take this approach we can use to solve this problem. Let's go. And then you just become the go-to guy. Anywhere you are going to, you need to understand the fundamentals. Steve can confirm this. We both moved into the financial technology space. The first thing you had to do was understand it to ground zero.
Humble yourself and become
understand it before you could even start saying I want to do this and I want to do that. I needed to understand everything that has to do with the science of what we are selling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? What are the monthly average users? What's the cost of all those things that you have? I was like, you need to understand it to the nitty to like. They need to ask you the same question they ask the finance guy. You need to be able to understand and give a response. If you can't, the product guy, the finance guy, who else, Steve? The product guy, the finance guy, the business guy, the sales guy. If you cannot interpret and explain their job and what they do or what their job is, then you are not ready.
You're not serious.
I will literally sit with them like, explain, please.
Yep.
And then I learned. Okay, this is how these things happen. This is how. Oh, man, bro, you are with the PMs and you're talking about, okay, this is the next cycle. Bro, I started studying things that I wasn't even meant to be studying.
Yes, now to just assimilate.
So
you immerse yourself in another world entirely.
That's what's up, man. And I wish you all the best, bro. All right, we have another Ask Giant. This person says they are stressed. First of all, I remember curating this messages coming, especially from this one. Please, let it be the last time. No one should use AI to write fan mail to us.
You're the one that telling that sending people to use AI now. They should not use it to write email to you.
Did I say that?
You just advise someone to master AI in their field.
I didn't tell the person to then use AI to write email to me because what I'm saying now,
someone has mastered AI, they can use AI to do everything.
Well, they didn't master it to the point where, because now this one person used ChatGPT. Now I'm saying the background, the contrast, the reality check. You understand?
This is not bad.
Anyways, I'm going to read it regardless. I'm overwhelmed with uncertainty. Not the kind from positive activity, the kind from being stagnant. My thoughts are scattered and I don't want to edit them too much. I just need to lay it out. The background. Maybe this person didn't use AI. I don't know. Anyways, the background. I finished university in 2021 at 23. Now I'm like 28. Like how? I'm not pessimistic about life, so didn't wait on around after school. Before my final year, I was already working as a key partner for an edtech startup. Then I pivoted to blockchain, worked as operations lead for AfroDroid, an NFT earning FX project. When the bull market crashed, the companies folded. I had about $6,000 in savings, blew most on features, but I wasn't in debt. Moved to Lagos. I interned as an A&R for Free Me Digital Buzzcut, earning 1/10 of what I used to make. Also did my NYSC in 2023. Then things started looking up. I got a publishing deal with the Soul Publishing. They own 123 Go as a liaison partner for sync licensing revenue splits. Other side gigs came in, but eventually they couldn't keep up with the contract commitments. I pushed for fairness on behalf of the talent, got laid off. The contrast. Tried turning lemons into lemonade, left the international talent pool and doubled down on media marketing, picked up some gigs from some Upwork offers, worked on a lot of projects, just not big enough to land me into the next phase or give me recognition. I can leverage on since I've been building horizontally and I've been able to sustain myself barely. The Nigerian dream is a myth. After constant listening to the pod, realized that Nigeria might not be the one for me. I applied for data analytics AI programs, got admission into the University of Suffolk, needed £5,000 to deposit. P.S. I didn't take that decision alone. My family now in disbelief of the cost and backing out. I get it. It's a lot. I should not be imposing on them. So now I live in constant stress, inconsistent income, If I tell someone my story, it sounds impressive. Like, oh, this person is really up to something. But honestly, I'm not. I'm just in a constant boomerang with life. The reality check. Then it dawned on me since 2024, I haven't had a full-time job. I was just going to advise or something, but let's keep going. I've been applying for jobs and it's been overwhelming. Cold DM, outreach pitch. In March alone, applications, and if it's not even the end of the year, it's not even the end of the year. I won't say AI has done a number on Nigerian employing, but industry talent pools sort of created age caps for certain roles. Conclusion: if I explain the part of my life to anyone, they'd say, "What are you complaining about? You're doing okay. It's just a phase of your life." But I am over that. Even did 3 days fasting, someone who's not really a religious fanatic, just to 2FA, in case that's even an issue. I like this guy already. I never managed, imagine by my 28th to be no stable pathway, no sense of contributing value to myself or my family, no to leverage. It's not a financial literacy issue. This message isn't a handout request. It's not to say I don't need advice or guidance. I do. It's just learn new skills thing. There's only so much you can articulate without real life experience to apply to. I'm not saying I know better, nor has life been more unfair to me. I just need practical progress with stable income. I need real support. I need to feel like I'm doing something I don't just earn from, but something that's stable enough to build plans with. Who wants to take this one? You want me to start? All right, I'll go ahead. First of all, round of applause to you, man. That's the first thing. You've been hustling. You've been working. I'm sorry to sound like one of those guys that you tell their story and they say, "Oh, this person is really up to something." But it's facts. You've been really up to something. You've been working. I know hundreds and thousands of people who have not done 1/10 of what you've done and sitting down and expecting handouts or are just expecting something to happen. You've been gaining and gathering all that experience, right? And it is going to pay off somewhere. Trust me, nothing is done randomly. All the things you've done are going to pay off in one way. You just need to do what? You just need to continue planning and building. You're 28. Congrats. I was 30. I was still in my dad's house. My guys know I couldn't afford a place. When I moved out, I moved to somewhere where I was squatting with someone and I was paying half of the rent because I could now afford to. So don't put all this, I'm 28, I get it. I get it. Look ahead. And I know that's what you're doing now. But you need to get a job. You need to get a job and get into a space where you provide so much value, right? That they don't want to let you go. And that's the first thing. You know, that's like the first thing. The data analytics program you want to study, AI program, bro, certifications, you don't need that now. You can learn all of that stuff on the fly with data camp, YouTube, right? You are good to go. Trust me. I go live for you. Not if you live for you now. You don't need them. You want to pay 5,000 money to University of Suffolk, and then they will open their LMS platform for you. You'll be doing back, you submit, at the end they will give you, and then you carry that certificate up and down. You don't need it. What you need is to prove to people that you can actually use this skill set that you've learned to solve their problem. And if that's where you want to go and say, okay, I want to be a data analyst, this is what I want to do. How are you using it to solve problem? Where have you told people that you are solving their problem? What problems have you solved with it from your own side and say, these are the problems I've solved? Again, it's like the advice I gave the previous person. Where do you want to journey into and how have you solved that problem? And then they can say, oh man, this is great. Let me call this guy. You'll be surprised how people get hired if they are not headhunted. Let me tell you, all your hiring managers and all the HR, they all live on social media like everybody does. They're all scrambling. Do you know that one of the most difficult jobs is actually hiring people? If guys listening, if you don't know, it's one of the most difficult jobs because there are so many people with so many certificates. But the hiring managers need to get it right. They are under a lot of pressure. And then if they can see this diamond in the rough that says this person is actually solving problems and going beyond just having certificates and whatever, trust me, I've been a hiring manager. It's difficult. It's cat and mouse. I'm interviewing you and trying to find out that you actually know the job, and then you are dilly-dallying and playing with me and lying through your teeth, and I have to catch you if you are lying or not. So, my guy, forget that University of Suffolk where you want. Did you guys see the report that they say MBAs now they've cut the prices of MBAs to 50% of what they currently are because nobody's really? attending. Yeah, nobody's attending universities for MBAs anymore.
Damn.
I also saw another one this morning where schools in the UK, I mean, that's another immigration issue, and it's happening in US too, but more in the UK, that these schools are merging because they don't have anybody attending their schools anymore.
Attending their classes anymore.
And that's more of an immigration issue. But still stands on my point that for the longest time, these schools sold to you that if they train you and teach you, especially for these online versions, that once you have their certificate, you are good to go. It's a lie. It is what you can do at the end of the day. Between Data Camp and YouTube, there's a guy called, what's this guy? He's the most popular guy on YouTube when it comes to learning everything data. I'm going to pull up his name now. Hold on. It's there. Free. See, I pulled it up. He's the first person in the search engine result page on YouTube. Alex the Analyst. The first, he has playlist upon playlist upon playlist, boot camps where you can learn stuff and do projects. And then with use of AI, you can build your own project map. You can build your timeline. You can build and say, oh, these are the projects I want to work on. Oh, guide me. My brother, the time is now. You can do it. Fuck every other thing. That's it off. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, bro. Let's move on to the next one. I don't know. You guys want to say anything? Sorry.
You said it, girl. There's nothing to add here.
28. You dey play now. Can't see people way before 40. We never figured things out. 28. Time day. Keep going. Everything can change in 1 year. In 18 months, everything can just change like this. Man, just 18 months ago, this thing was, it will change. But you have to be radical in everything you are doing. Radical. There was a time I was broke and jobless. You know what I used to do every day? I told my brother, 7 o'clock, I've left the house. What am I doing at home? So I've done everything. I've done like 7, 8. I've left the house. I've left the whole neighborhood. The neighborhood could not afford me and could not do anything for me. You find me at Ikeja. I used to work at one Brussels studio, Broshola. I don't even know where that is.
What area of Lagos did you eventually start the first job?
Bro, I got my first job on the same road, Okpebi Allen. How about that? Where I used to go every morning, I would leave 7 o'clock. Do you know where I used to go? I used to go to behind the shopping plaza.
I talk to young people who are just maybe waiting for an opportunity, looking for an opportunity, stuck, like stagnant, that's stuck in their life. And the question I keep asking is, what are you doing right now? Oh no, I'm just waiting. You're just waiting for who?
Waiting for what?
Like, bro, what is wrong with you people?
I used to go and work at the guy's studio for free. I knew somebody there. The person just introduced me once. I used to not go there every day. I'll just show up. I'll just start arranging the chair, arranging everywhere. So the guy, you own the studio. There was one guy from the north that was the producer, right? So I'll just go. I'll just show up. arrange the chair, arrange everything, sweep the whole area, everything will be ready. The guy will now come, say, good morning. You just look at me. How are you? Are you okay? It's strange. Somebody just showed up after 2-3 days and will arrange the whole place and sit down. And then if there's any business, anybody wants to record anything. I remember taking Overdose there to record. They had to do a jingle. Overdose used to do voiceovers. So he had a voiceover gig. So I said, I know a studio. I know a studio is not expensive. So the guy saw me bring some customer there. So from there, we're like, okay, this guy is useful. I just used to help out. Just do something because I know back home there's nothing to do. I don't know who I can meet. I don't know who I can bump into. I don't anything. One day the guy came to meet me, looked at me and said, I know things are not going very well or something, and I see you are trying to do something. Don't worry, it will happen. That's what the guy just told me. So I don't know your story. I don't know your background. But I know you are trying to do something. Don't worry. It will happen. Just keep going. When I got the job at Nets, I called him. I invited him to the office. I showed him my desk. The guy was close to tears. Say you look at you. You've done something for yourself. I'm very proud of you. Gotta keep going, man. You can't stop. The moment you stop, you're fucked. You gotta keep going till your feet are bleeding. You have to keep going. You know how many times Jesus Christ was up there praying and his guys that he was training will be sleeping? They'll be sleeping. You just turn around and look at them and say, we are meant to be praying. We have some big stuff going on and you're sleeping. It's not the time to be sleeping. God help you. Let's move on. Anonymous is talking about health insurance and maternal care in Nigeria. Hi, Giants. Good day to you. I'm looking into the healthcare insurance policies around antenatal care, and I came across the common practice of a 12-month waiting period before maternity benefit kicking. I understand the logic from an insurance standpoint of preventing people from only signing up when they already need care. But in Nigerian context, this feels problematic. We are dealing with one of the highest maternal mortality rates in the world. A policy that effectively delays access to that care risks pushing more women into late bookings, out-of-pocket expenses, or worse, no care at all. What makes this even more difficult for me is that my wife was previously covered under my workplace family health plan for 2 years. I recently lost the job due to funding cuts to NGO by the Trump administration, and we now have been told that her previous coverage does not count, and that if we want a new plan, we have to start afresh and serve a new 12-month moratorium. The reality is that my wife is currently pregnant, and I am also not in a position right now to comfortably cover the cost of antenatal care and delivery out of pocket. So we are stuck in the gap where we did have coverage, lost it through circumstances beyond our control, and now can't access care when we need it the most. The system is protecting itself, but in doing so, it may be exposing the people it is meant to serve at even a greater risk. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, especially from a policy and real-world perspective, and I would appreciate any assistance. Best regards. You see, I wanted to really, really have a nice day today. But this is the one that has irked me the most. I will talk from a personal. Let me talk from a personal experience. 2 personal experiences. My mom and my mother-in-law are on a health insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This health insurance policy with the company, you have to do it before they turn 65. Because after 65, that policy does not apply to them.
Doesn't
Do you know that?
Doesn't cover them.
I have to set like a calendar reminder and lock it in on my calendar and my wife's calendar. We have a family calendar. Lock it in to send me 2-3 reminders before the day expires. Because once it expires, they don't send you a reminder. Once it expires, it's gone.
It expires.
Then if you want to do it, they'll tell you they're over 65, they can't do it. Isn't that crazy?
No, that's some weird shit.
It's like they're waiting. It's like they're waiting for it to finish. They won't.
Yes.
No reminders.
No remind.
No nothing. Nothing. It's just locked like that. Once it passes that day,
is that legal?
That's why when it comes to that day, my wife will just start reminding me, "Hey, health insurance policy, have you done it? Have you done it? You understand? Because once it passes, they can't access that policy again." That's the first one. The second one, I did set up someone on health insurance, young person on health insurance, right? Bro, do you know that it got to the 12th month? It expired. There's no rollover. There's no email. There's no reminder. It expired. Okay, then I go to the website and I'm trying to reactivate it again. Do you know I have to start all the way from scratch? I can't reactivate it. It's gone.
Damn.
Why do companies, and I'm going to drag in things like banks and all these big boys, spend millions of naira, billions of naira, right, on campaigns, eat, drink festivals, but can't get their basics right?
The basics don't right.
I keep saying it, the basics right. On this platform, on this podcast, I think last episode I was asking Steve, can I use the mobile version of GTB app to transfer FX? Because the last time I know, you can see the money there, but if you want to transfer it, you have to go to the website and log in with a token. But they are running big festivals that cost billions of naira.
And they keep winning awards that are the best bank.
But you can't give access to people who are handicapped, who use wheelchair into your premises, into your bank. Like, how does these things work? Why don't we just think about like people? Look at what this guy is explaining now. Look at, like, first of all, where are the lawmakers who they've probably written to and explained that health insurance policy do not favor the people? How can we try and fix this problem? Can we create laws to stop these people from acting like this? Where are these lawmakers?
Your
lawmakers don't even know how insurance works.
Are they insured?
They don't even know how health insurance works. No, they can fly abroad now.
Mm-hmm. They have health insurances abroad, health insurance abroad, not for Nigeria.
And then we will read these statistics about mortality rates. We will read these statistics around maternal. Do you understand? But look at you see those big numbers, you see those headlines, and then you start to draw everything to the root causes, and then you see BS like this, and nothing is being fixed. Everybody's just chilling. I keep saying it. Corporations in Nigeria get away with a lot.
They get away with murder, basically.
They get away with a lot. I use the Zenith Bank app. It's one of the worst apps. You know, I'm using Revolut this minute, right? I transfer money through Revolut, Pesa, and that's why I give props to all these fintech apps, all of them, because they are playing on the same level with these international guys. I transfer money from Revolut through Pesa to Zenith Bank. Then when I get to Zenith Bank, it's almost like, oh, okay, let's go and do this. At times, I even forget to send the money because the app is so bad, I didn't want to go there. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't want to just see the ugliness of it.
God help you. You forget your password or you change your phone and you're trying to access your bank app, Nigerian bank app.
Oh my Lord.
It's the same thing here. Why is health insurance that much of a problem? Should it be? This is first-hand information that this guy is giving us now. Clearly. I don't know how to solve it. We have another anonymous. This is a quarter-life crisis. What's the time? We're almost out of here. Howdy. Please keep me anonymous. I don't think it's a good use of my airtime going into a rant about Nigeria. So, I'm just going to go straight into my questions. First question. Is AOT2 planning to leave Nigeria? If no, why not?
Now, wow. Are you my immigration officer?
Hey, man, you can't say, I want to fly you out, you know.
Hey, if you are
I'm going to get flued out.
Wait. Is it anonymous? Or has the person
It's anonymous.
Gender?
It's anonymous.
Hey,
so I don't know the gender.
Okay, let me
You willing to risk it? Someone an angel was willing to risk it, then found out that maybe she's not she's not. She's not.
Well,
She's not of the same sex thing. And then she started wilding out, and then they sent her back.
oh, I didn't even catch what you were saying before. Oh, but not true.
People are saying that she was not really.
She ain't about that life.
She ain't about it. That she just thought, okay, I can use this one to get flued out and live here and get pali. Well, you gotta do the do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you have to commit to the role, my guy.
You gotta commit to the role. Anyways, yeah, AOT2. Any plans to leave Nigeria?
Yeah, so please, I have plans. So let a few things just kick in. I beg. Nigeria is not a place where you hinge your future on, unless something drastic changes. But Nigeria, sorry, if you look at all the permutations and combinations, only God that can help this country.
All right. Second question. A good chunk of my high school years were spent in the US because of my mom's work situation. After high school, I returned to Nigeria. It wasn't so awful then, but now it feels like one of the greatest mistakes my parents made. Second only to deciding to have all their kids in Nigeria when they would have comfortably done otherwise. In high school, I saw racism and African hate up close and personal, so I thought it would be better to live in dignity in Africa. Obviously, I was a fool. Now I'm racing towards 30, and every day I wake up with the very subtle fear that I can't even articulate. It feels like time is moving, but I'm not keeping up. I've been formally employed for about 8 years, now earning over 3 million naira per month, but not exactly living well. I do not pay black tax, I do not have obligations per se, but I feel so far from financial freedom. I'm not even living comfortably because of if Ikeja Electric decides to do anyhow. I'll be sweating my rechargeable fan all day. I do not think starting a business in Nigeria is wise if you are not ready to play the game, and I'm not. So what pathways do I really have towards financial freedom? The only thing that is clear to me right now is my family, my sibling from my mom, and I need to leave Nigeria within the next 12 to 18 months. It's non-negotiable for now. Other info that might be helpful. I work in a non-profit space, currently employed with a company I've been working with for 5+ years. I'm currently single, no kids, so I'm very open to starting over with some level of clarity on expected end results, of course. I do not have core tech skills. I know you all typically lean this way, so just heads up. I have a low financial risk appetite, but a very healthy saving money management culture. Please treat as urgent. Bonus question: if you don't have to read this out, would you all consider a call-in episode, a fan mail episode where people call in with dilemmas? Of course, we want a call-in episode. We can set it up. If you guys are up to it, if you guys want to do it, we can do it. People can call in and then we can discuss. Well, sure, why not?
I
But
think
just
we already
to
know
break
the gender of this person. I think we already know the.
You have a feeling, Avi. You get feeling, Avi. You get feeling, Avi.
Yeah.
I actually didn't check. You know what? Let me check. Let me check the name of this person. I can do that. This person has a. This person's name is gender
neutral.
It's gender neutral.
Don't worry.
But let me put in the chat. Maybe it's gender neutral or not. I'm not sure. But I think this person is a woman. I'm going to put in chat for you guys because I think
this person is a guy.
You think it's a guy?
That's what I think. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. This one not pass my consistency.
this one. Anything out of Southwest, Ayo is done. Steve,
yeah, no, bro.
Steve, check the chat. But I think it could be a man.
I think he's a guy.
It's a guy, right?
Okay. All right, cool.
It's a guy. It might be a woman. It might be a guy. I don't know. Everything you're gearing towards. I like things where you say, you have your risk appetite is low, fine, but you have a very healthy savings, money management culture. It's a non-negotiable for you to leave the country. Then you just gotta go.
You gotta go, bro.
You gotta go.
If you have this inclination now, this is the best time to do it. Not after you gotten married and you have kids.
Bro, all the signals are just good. Single, no kids.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It means, bro, let me tell you something. The logistics of traveling. You travel out to another country. You want to cut your cost as low as possible and try and make enough money to the point where you are okay, and then you can settle down. You want to do that effectively. You do that when you are single. You can literally live in a damn freaking cubicle
Yep.
You understand? And save all the money. Whatever you want to do, you can rough it out. You can do whatever and spend a few years going through that process, and then you're settling
Before,
down. Yeah.
before you settle down.
So if you want to leave, if all the indications are there, if you are making, a bit over 3 million naira, but you don't feel like you're moving anywhere, I understand how you're feeling. I was once there.
Jump, just make the jump. Make the jump.
You understand? I was once there, lived in a nice place, nice kids going to nice school, driver, 2 cars of my own.
Everything.
Everything is nice. Trust me, I was okay. It's not enough. It's not enough. Especially when you have a family, bro, it's not enough. You have to rejig it, and you're already thinking towards that space. Now you have to think, okay, what kind of jobs? My brother, tech job, no tech job. I know you see it on social media every time. Job day will not be tech.
Plenty.
You understand? You just need to start somewhere and build into where you want to.
Build into it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Are you going to be humble enough? Are you going to be focused enough to understand that before you jump,
train yourself?
You must stoop low.
Are you going to be humble enough? Is a very important question.
If you can do that, then you are good to go. You are racing towards all this. I'm racing towards. Oh, forget. Oh, I'm racing towards. You are going to die like everybody. Where are you racing? I'm racing towards, and forget. Think about yourself, your life, what you want to do. Stop putting yourself in boxes of I'm racing too much. I'm almost this. I'm almost that. I'm almost. What? Okay, you are. Are you going to slow it down? Can you reverse time? So make the decisions you need to make because you need to make them, not because of how old you are or because you are pressured because somebody will say so. Once you remove the fact that people can judge you off a few things and that you don't send, everything is lighter. You want to judge me?
Who are you now?
You know where I'm coming from. Bro, I'm still winning. If I lose half of what I have, I'm still winning. So calm down. You know you want to jackpot. Figure the best way and the best place you need to go. Don't jackpot on impulse. Where do I need to go? What's my long-term approach there? Long-term approach there is that the long-term approach is I want to either have a permanent residence in that place. Which countries are offering this kind of thing? How can I? Those are the kind of my brother, my sister. That's it. That's it. Let's move on to the next one. Base is talking about the 2027 elections.
Let's go.
Can't lie. The constant for realism, read pessimism, especially with the nothing will change, just accept it angle has been a bit frustrating to hear. It comes off like you guys have already written everything off, which is fine, but that contradicts the concerns you raise about where the country is headed. I get being realistic, but it's starting to feel like it leans more into discouraging people than informing them. With the reach you all have, the tone can easily make people feel like there's no point in voting, no point in engaging. I've heard Ayo say countless times he's staying at home on election day. Who's that for? What purpose does that fulfill? Can we support another 900% increase in petroleum products and its ripple effects? Our families? I don't think people still believe change is possible. I don't think people who still believe change is possible are being naive. If anything, that mindset is needed right now. None of us really knows what another 4 years could look like. And it's something that affects all of us more than we might think. Finally, if you genuinely feel nothing can come out of 2027, that's fair. But I think it's worth being mindful of how that message lands. There's a difference between being honest and reinforcing hopelessness. Thanks, guys. Pass it on to you guys for this one. Then I'll come back.
When we say 2027 election, and our permutations about it, I think we just want to let people know that it's not going to be as smooth sailing as you think it is. And maybe because of our training as journalists who are data oriented, we've basically seen the lay of the land and we can predict what is going to happen. And our prediction is, like I said, it's based off the data and the reality. So when I now say, oh, I feel jaded and there's no need for me to go and vote, it's not because I feel like there's hope or despair. I've looked at when you watch Avengers, when Doctor Strange looked at Iron Man, he just did like, he pointed one, like there's only one way out of this. I have looked at the lay of the land. I've looked at all the mathematics, the data and everything. Election is not going to change anything in this 2027 election is not going to change anything in this country. So I can't be bothered at the end of the day. Maybe I'll go for governorship or go for one of the state house of reps to vote. But for presidential election, I've always said it, the hardest challenge Bola Tinubu had ever in his political career was winning the APC convention in 2023. That was the hardest thing for him to do. If somebody without the reins of power could do what he did in 2023, right? Even though we know he nearly lost his home base. In 2027, my brother, you'll be ignorant to think this man will not win the election. I stay in a place where the politics is grassroots. I know what APC has been doing in the last 2-3 years. When I talk about ground soldiers, foot soldiers, they're not playing around in Lagos. You see how Lagos will play out, first of all. And what happens in Lagos will show what will happen in other states. There's a reason why governors were cross-carpeting to APC at the end of the day. There are things in play that you have not seen already until the day of the election. So when I say it's not because of despair. I see it as there is no way Shooting Stars can win PSG. If everybody feels that top 11, it's not going to happen. So I already know the outcome already. So on that day, like I said, presidential election, I'm going to sleep. Because there's nothing on this green earth that will stop Tinubu. I will repeat it. Unless by divine intervention, that will stop Tinubu from collecting second term. There is none. I read history books. Look, the amount of history I've consumed since Tinubu has been in power about Nigeria. Bro, if I can do a BBC documentary on Nigeria. So that's just the play right here. I'm not saying I'm not trying to discourage people. You can go out and vote. Be part of the opposing movement. Who knows what might happen? But ceteris paribus, as they taught us in economics, all other things being equal, bra. It's going to be a turn-up party, second term. You know how they go now.
All right, thank you, Ayo. Steve, you have anything to add there?
No. Much to add. At the end of the day, we just have to continue saying our truth.
Yeah. I understand your point. We don't want to reinforce hopelessness, to be honest. But we are jaded. I'm jaded. And there are some clear indicators from reading about history in Nigeria. I've read a couple of books, far history, more recent history, and all indicators still show that things will continue to be the same. Until those things start to change, I will then start to have hope. But I cannot hope just like my father hoped and his father hoped. And we're just hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping. I'll rather remove myself from that point and look at it and say, it's not going to work. Something needs to work, and it's radical change. And radical change is not just believing in one person. We've broken it down here. Like we keep saying it. See, you can vote in the best person with the best intentions. But if that National Assembly still remains the way it is, bro, in Lagos State, you saw what they did in Lagos State. They took out a governor in a week.
Bro.
Those structures and systems still exist. Until they are broken down, we are deceiving ourselves. There are people who can impeach the president, your favorite guy, you want him to come in. Okay, and he comes in. They will impeach him.
In 2 weeks. Go Shokuna.
It's constitutionally okay to impeach somebody. You can't fight it now. What do you want to say by then? But guess what? As Nigerians, we're not doing the groundwork of what? Making sure that those who we vote into those spaces are the people with the true intentions that represent the people of Nigeria.
Simple.
That is way more important than the president you are voting in. I keep saying it all the time. Until we take that strategy to say, you know what? All these guys, they are not returning because we are not going to vote for them. But you want me to have hope in a structure that broke down a whole road so people couldn't go and vote for a senator in Kogi? The guy destroyed the whole road.
Nothing happened.
Do you understand? He destroyed the whole road. This is how much madness these people can deploy to ensure that they get what they want. He destroyed a whole road and blocked a whole community off. And these structures still exist. And then you want me to have some wishful thinking? No, I'm not being a pessimist. I'm being a realist. It's like the US elections. They led with Joe Biden all this time. And everybody was saying, this man cannot run for president again. They led with him. And in the late minute, they now brought in Kamala. What do you think was going to happen? It was clear
victory.
It's how many weeks? How many months to elections? We're in May.
Yeah.
Who has declared to run for president?
That's it. Aligning
I don't know. I don't understand. Somebody will give me that hope now.
Where is the clear opposition? And where is the clear strategy?
Who is running against the incumbents that has come out, that you've seen campaign poster that has come out to say, they raised his hand and say, I am the one running for president. The incumbent will fall. This is May 2026. The elections is in what month of 2027, please?
February.
Sorry, am I asking for too much here?
Second quarter will soon finish. Second quarter of 2026 will soon finish. And some people still don't know which party they belong to.
So we don't know who we are voting for. The opposition is not yet on the ballot. If there's going to, do you understand? But you want me to have hope. My guy, I beg.
Hope on what? Hope built on what?
I beg.
Come on now. Let's be realistic.
I beg. Guys, I'm done. Family is done.
I am, man.
Family is done. We'll catch you guys next week.
Yes,
we'll have more family. We'll be reading family consistently as doing the show now. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for rocking with us again. It's been a few hours. Can't remember how long, but hope you guys listen to the end as usual. And we will catch you guys next week. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Until next week. Ain't tell me. I'm out for. Do we have a problem listening to Marley on this podcast?
No, I don't have a problem. As long as the song is good, I don't have a problem.
Steve, do you have a problem listening to Marley on this podcast?
No.
Èkó dùn máa wọlé, ló bá ti lówó lápò, àṣàbí tó ń ṣàdọ́là, àwọn pàdé mi tó ń ṣe wáyé. Èkó dùn jù báyìí lọ, ọmọ arábí lọ́mọ ọmọ pẹ́sà lọ. Owó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, àwọn kan wà òkè, má lọ fọ́ bí àwò, àwò ò lè sá lọ fún wọn. Tọ́bàdé a máa kí wọn káàbọ̀, àwọn alálẹ̀ kó ìwọ má fọ̀. Inside life, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Lágbo Young John, oríṣiríṣi ìdí ló ń bẹ́ńbẹ́. Gbọ́mẹ̀, quarter pass, ó sì fẹ́ high. After one, original Chamajo extra. Gbọ́mẹ̀, quarter pass, ó sì fẹ́ high. After one, original Chamajo extra. Gbọ́mẹ̀, place, má fọ̀. Kò sẹ́yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ jọ̀wọ́ má fọ̀. Má fọ̀, ó jẹ́ lọ́lọ́jọ́ ìwọ má fọ̀, mo fẹ́ rówó ná, mo fẹ́ bí sọ́lá, kọ́lá yìí wọ̀lá, kìtújì bọ́lá, lákọ́tọ̀ làbọ̀ dáadé tí ò ń san wá ayé, wọ́n wá kàjẹ́ nínú ayé, wọ́n wá fọ̀kẹ́ ọ̀ nínú ayé, ẹ wá, ṣé mo guilty ni?
mo smart, mo pawó ní tèmi. Show mo ye time tí ojú tì mí, tí mo lè tọrọ owó lọ́wọ́ road tì mí. Now everything's changed, I send them shop, I don't need a change. I'm a Yahoo boy, no evidence in me, young I'm a Jago, be ready change. Go man, race, my fault, my fault. Cause I am better, my fault. My fault, race, my fault, my fault.
Global Village.